All right, folks, it's time to play the music. It's time to start the lights. It's time to meet the assholes at the SF Company tonight. All right, folks, time to really get things started. So, welcome, folks, SF Company Hour. A little technical difficulties. We just got a couple minutes late, so no, it looks like we worked them out, kind of. We'll see what happens. So, welcome back. This is issue 61. Very exciting. First, Joe C., welcome back.
Hello.
How you doing, man? How you been?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Hanging in there.
Right on, right on. No complaints from your last appearance or anything, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, always fun having Joe on. Mr. Juan Medina, our professional comedian, for our show today. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, Ray. How you doing?
Good. Yeah, that sounded a little too cordial coming from you. I'm kind of scared now. All right.
You should be.
Welcome back. How you doing?
Dude, everything's smooth, man. I'm happy. I'm super happy to meet Joe. I'm super happy to see Max, and you're here. So
yeah, you can't have it all, man. You can't have it all. The maximum of efforts, Mr. Grayson, Mr. Rick. Many
okay.
names.
All right. Just so we know, I'm gonna pull an Anne Hathaway. Okay, it's not.
We're gonna be toothy and overact.
Annie. No, it's Annie. Yeah. Fuck you, Ray. It's Rick. It's Rick is Grayson. That's just my. Oh, we lost Rick.
It's not.
So you guys can still hear me, I hope.
Yeah, we can still hear you. He's about to make his big soliloquy.
Yeah, that was, and then I got stopped.
Typical,
son of a bitch.
Typical.
You know, that's life saying. Like my brother says, somebody had designed it in a Matrix. They were like, you know what? Fuck Rick. I was like, for real.
Oh.
Okay. Anyway, it's just Rick. You know, not Max. It's Rick. It's Grayson. Or is Max efforts just maximum effort? It's my mantra.
Effort. I just call him effort because he puts the most effort in.
I do try. Like I'm trying to get back on screen here. Just keep on going, guys.
We're rolling.
We're gonna roll through the technical difficulties, guys. It's all good.
Welcome, issue number 61, SF Company Hour, here on the SF Comic Book Co. YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about. We got a bunch of news to go through, and we're going to finish off the day. Big discussion. We're going to do our top 5 comedy movies. Which are probably the most difficult list I think we've ever had to put together. This is I watched a lot of comedy movies this week, and a lot of them got eliminated, and they're so close. So many. This could have been a top 20 easily. But it's a fun part of doing 50. These lists. It's fun part of doing these lists. Seeing Rick struggle, trying to weed down. When he texted me like a couple days ago, like, "Hey, we just make this a top 20." It's just too rough.
You don't want to leave any. You don't want to leave anything out, man. It's just
Rick wanted 15 honorable mentions. Like, we'll be here all night, Rick. This should be fun. We're going to talk some. We got some Galaxy Quest 2 news. Ethan Hawke and Moon Knight. We're going to talk some. We'll do probably a quick little WandaVision non-spoiler review. Justice League, some Justice League movie news. So we're going to go through all that. So first, I want to give a nice shout out to Near Mint Condition, the YouTube channel Near Mint Condition, the Uncanny Omar over there, and Melanie. Hondo, our friend Hondo, wrote to them, emailed them, and kind of told them about our show and stuff. And so they gave us on their Saturday Q&A. They gave us a shout out, very nice shout out, very cool to see. I started following their channel last year. Of course, Hondo and our friend Maddie turned me on to them. Good dudes over there, good folks, fun content. If you like the collected editions and info on omnibuses and epic collections and stuff from Marvel and DC, that's a good place to check out. Like, kind of getting news before it gets officially released, and kind of breaks down the contents of the books and stuff. It's a fun channel. They do some cool stuff, and definitely go check them out if you haven't already. If you're a big comic nerd, definitely they're definitely a place for you. Really, Uncanny Omar is definitely, he's kind of our generation geek. He's like grew up in kind of the same era. So it definitely relate to the guy a lot. And so the good folks over there. So a great shout out. Very cool of them to give us a shout out. And thanks to Hondo for gained us like fucking 12 subs. So that was awesome. So like woke up, I was like, why do we have 12 subs over? That's not, we're a small little baby channel. So again, like 12 subs, like what virus do we have now? Or what list are we on now?
What Russian bots got a hold of us?
What virus do we get like that, like giving us a bunch of subs? But no, it was the mystery solved. It was Hondo hooked us up. So Hondo was very cool for that. I really appreciate Hondo.
Hondo does care about SF comic book.
He does, he does care.
All right.
Shocking. All right, shocking. Now, if you can,
I won't retire it. I'll wait, but it's coming back.
Until the next time he's on the show.
There we go.
It's all back together. So very cool. Let's see. I already got the chats going. All right, Red's the edge. The edge.
Oh, Reg, what's up, dude?
Yeah, Reg was he was his alter ego last week. He snuck into the comments. But what's up, Reg? Friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Lori, Rick was doing his Hal 3000 impression. Kind of. Don't mention
I went offline.
So yeah, a bunch of shit to talk about. Let me try to run through the news. There's a bunch of random stuff. I guess we'll talk about these trailers first. I like talking about trailers early on. So last week we talked about Cherry, the new movie with Tom Holland, directed by the Russo brothers, of course, of Avengers Endgame and Captain America: Winter Soldier, all those cool stuff. So we finally they released a little teaser, kind of just a scene trailer last week. So this week a couple days later we got the actual full trailer, so we got to see what this movie's all about. So this is Apple coming from Apple Films. So my first thoughts of the trailer: it looks cool. I like the music they chose. The shots look good. It looks like a fun flick from the Russo brothers. I'm digging the way it's shot. I'm digging the vibe of the flick. It looks like a cool heist dealing with speed shit. We kind of talked a little bit about last week. But Joe C, would you watch this trailer? What do you think of this trailer?
Yeah, I checked it out. Went into it completely blind. Didn't know anything about the movie. To be honest, it was a little confusing just watching that trailer. Didn't know what the hell the movie's about. It seemed like a heist movie. Then it seemed like a military movie. Then it seemed like a heist movie again. So I was just like, where is it? And then I actually went on IMDb, read about what it's supposed to be about, and it seems like a cool movie. Like all the shots were cool and everything. And like you said, the music was awesome, and it all came together cool. But like I said, just watching it, I had no idea what this movie was even supposed to be about.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's who is the guy named Cherry? Is that what the title of the movie? Did anybody figure that out?
I
don't know.
His name is Cherry.
Okay, his name is Cherry. Yeah. Okay, I wasn't know he's a virgin or something. I don't know if that was going to be the case.
That's what they might call him at boot camp. You never know.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
You can set it from the boot campaign.
Yeah, that's a good point. You gonna check this out, Joe? You gonna watch this when it comes out?
Yeah, I might not be on the top of my list, but if it comes across my plate, I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah.
It seemed cool enough. Plus, I like Tom Holland, so.
Yeah, it's good to see him outside the Spider-Man universe, kind of doing like the other movie that he's coming out with Daisy Ridley looks horrible. That little that teen word. Like where they can see men's thoughts movie. It's a weird fucking mess. This actually looks like a decent movie. So Juancho.
I'm just looking forward to a film where Tom Holland can use his real British accent. It's like they keep making him be American, dude. Like let the man say govna. You know what I mean? But it looks good. I mean, it's super polished. I mean, it had that Apple feel. Is it going to come out in theaters, or is it just going to be like on the Apple platform, the Apple TV?
I believe it's going to be on. It's Apple Film, but I think it's going to be one of those like video on demand kind of things where it's probably like where it's limited theatrically and you can buy it online.
Oh yeah, theatrical release February 26th, and it'll be released on Apple Live TV.
Okay.
March
yeah, 12th.
I
mean, I feel like that's going to work against them. I love Tom. I think a lot of people really like Tom. Tom's like one of the most likable people in Hollywood.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a big enough draw. I don't think this story doesn't look like it's a big enough draw to get people to come over to that particular platform. But it's I know they're taking a risk, and I respect it. I was like, one of the scenes in the trailer was, I was like, is there crossover with the Iron Man universe? Where is it, right? You know what I'm talking about? Where they're in the fucking
The military thing?
Yeah, I was like, dude, this looks like so much like Iron Man 1. But you know, it's like an exciting film. I can already call it on a scale of 1 to 10. It's like probably like a 6.5, 7.
Yeah.
You know, it's
the pre-1 screening of the.
Yeah. That's my call.
Yeah, you gotta, yeah. So I probably wouldn't. I'm not gonna get Apple Plus for this or anything like that. But if it comes out another form, I definitely want to check it out, or so borrow somebody's Apple account, whatever. But yeah, Everett, Mr. Rick, what'd you think of this?
I'll probably watch it when it comes across like some kind of streaming service other than Apple. I'm not gonna pick up Apple for this. It looks cool. I'll probably watch it just because I want to see what the Russos have to offer. Tom Holland's a good actor, man. I've seen him in other things. He was in that Moby Dick movie with Chris Hemsworth and the guy who was in.
Was that Ron Howard? Right?
Yeah, I think it was a Ron Howard movie. Yeah. He played. He didn't play Ishmael, but he played the kid deckhand who's on the ship. They made him get inside of a whale after they fucking like brought it up on board. They hollowed it out, and he was supposed to like scoop out like the oil from the inside. And he's a good actor, dude.
Was he British in that one?
No, he was American. He was colonial. He was colonial American. But he was He was American. He did have a little bit of a colonial accent, but wasn't British. I hope for big things for this one. I mean, I'm hoping I'm surprised, but the trailer. It didn't do shit for me, dude.
Yeah, I like the trailer. I definitely am not going to get an Apple account just for this or go getting COVID in a theater for this. But like you said, if it comes across a streaming service I have or I can purchase it easily or whatever, I'll check it out. If I hear good things, man, you never know. This could be, and I'm curious to see the Russo brothers do outside their comfort zone of the MCU. So that should be fun. All right, so the next trailer we're going to talk about, this is a cheesy little, this is a B movie. Looks like a direct-to-video already before this pandemic was going to happen. But Willy's Wonderland, this is Nicolas Cage. He gets he gets put in this little world. He gets stuck cleaning this like kind of almost like a Chuck E. Cheese animatronic thing. Start like attacking him, and he starts fighting him. This looks like super cheese. This looks like I don't think they kind of made a point that Nicolas Cage doesn't even talk in this, so I don't know what the thinks. So Juan, did you watch this trailer, man? What do you think of this?
I think it looks great. I honestly think this is going to be a fucking smash hit. Like the vibe is perfect, man. I love what Hollywood's doing, right? Like this trailer, this film, Fat Man. It's like they're taking all they're remember like in a film like Last Action Hero, you would see these fake trailers for Arnold Schwarzenegger's films, right, or whatever. And it's like they're making those for real now.
Yeah.
Right? And it's so cool. It's so cool. I mean, it is cheesy, but it's like, I mean, it's cheesy, but it's got Nicolas Cage. It's got B movie, but it's Nicolas Cage, and it's got me excited. It feels like maybe like somebody. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody from Black Mirror helped write it, because it's got that weird kind of like a dystopian, a little bit of dystopian future, right? Where it's like, what are you doing with like cybernetic fucking killbots? Like from. I'm juiced, man. If I could watch it in theater when things calm down, I think that's definitely a film I'd love to fucking take a few hits from a doobie, get a couple cocktails over at the Alamo and just chill, dude. I think that's gonna be a great film to watch.
That feels like definitely a weird Wednesday or Terror Tuesday kind of flick for sure. So Josie, did you watch this trailer?
Yeah, I checked it out. As soon as I read the headline, I had this image in my head of what like a trailer was going to look like, and it was pretty much exactly what I imagined in my head. As soon as he started beating those things up, I'm like, yep. Especially based off like all the weird movies he's been making lately, like Mandy. What was that other one, Mom and Dad, that he made with Salma Hayek? He was insane in that movie, and I loved it. Well, he had that other one, something about color, but everything.
Color Out of Space.
Yeah, everything he's been making lately is just like weird with bright colors, and he's just likes to act. He just wants to act crazy, I feel like, and let him do it. He's really good at it. Like,
yeah, don't ask crazier about it.
Yeah, like
just acting crazy, like Nicolas Cage for sure.
Right. I mean, I even got a Nicolas Cage shirt on, so like.
I love the face, man.
Yeah, I mean, he takes like the coolest roles, something that someone would make just normal, and he just makes it just insane. I feel like he's like, I gotta make a weird face at this time or something like that, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Mr. Effort, Mr. Rick.
Dude, I'm like fucking Debbie Downer right now.
This is a Rick movie. What are you doing, man? This is like totally up your alley.
It is, but you know what it is? The fact that it's a bite off of Five Nights at Freddy's, pretty much it kind of feels like the game. And I thought they were going to be making that into a movie, but now Nicolas Cage kind of like jumped the gun on it. And I'm like, oh, man. Not that Five Nights at Freddy's is going to be anything special. Like, you know,
it's not like his original idea anyways. Like, it's not really.
No, it's not. You know, like, you know, just imagine it's like the Banana Splits. They were the ones that kind of, you know, jumped on the whole thing with the animatronics coming out at night. Still need to see that movie. It's on my list on my YouTube. But
what's it called?
The Banana Splits movie.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
Yeah.
when the Banana Splits, that 70s show, the kids show, all the
it's a
animatronics. It's a horror thing. But it's like, really? A horror? My brother was like, really? That's a horror movie. He grew up on that shit, and he was like, "That's messed up."
It was pretty creepy, horror, like horrific before, like they added like the.
Yeah, but that's like fucking making Buster and me fucking horror and shit. All of a sudden, you know, fucking, you know, Vanilla's. I'm gonna kill you, Buster. Like, no, that's not cool, dude. You're fucking up my childhood, man. But no, it's the same thing with Cherry. I'll watch it, especially it's horror. It comes across. I'll watch it. I'll watch everything.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm gonna go spastic.
You're good. Yeah, Nicolas Cage is like Joe was saying, man. He's just kind of on a career like he's just doing all this weird shit, and like he's doing like it feels like he's doing better weird shit because like a few years ago he was just doing bad weird shit and like shit unwatchable. Now he's kind of doing weird shit but watchable weird shit, which I'm
full Cage.
Yeah.
Full Cage, man.
I think maybe in the past he couldn't help be who he was, and maybe like he heard like all the criticisms and it hurt his feelings, right? And now he's just like, fuck it, dude. You know, he's just gonna lean into it. I don't know. Maybe he's always. In my opinion, it feels like in the past he was kind of leaning into it, but now it's like he's just like, fuck it. I mean, like you saw Pacino. Pacino went full Pacino. The older he gets, the more he's just yelling all the time, right? And like Joe pointed out, dude, it's like now it's fucking Cage's time to just make weird faces. Like that's gonna be his legacy.
Yeah, it's it's one of those things, man. Yeah, it's I'm for it though. I'm glad he's doing shit. He's having fun, and he's got to pay for that next divorce, and that next dinosaur, the next dinosaur bonehead he's gonna fucking buy. So he has to keeping work. So it could be fun. Could be horrible. We'll see. All right, let's see. Let's go with some key news. This wasn't on the docket, but we'll talk about it. Batman the animated series sequels in development, HBO Max. This was kind of revealed on looks like Batman Beyond, the podcast with Mark Bernardin and Kevin Smith. I guess Kevin Smith has some insight to this. It looks like their HBO Max is going to be making a sequel to the Batman animated series, which this is one of the best animated series of all time, probably the best animated series of all time, in my opinion, anyways. Well done. Always like just a great gateway drug for comic book fans. This and the X-Men cartoon from the 90s are great gateway drugs to comics for kids. So I'm excited about this. The one caveat is as long as they get the original guys back, as long as they get Bruce Timm back, Paul Dini back, Alan Barnett, I want to see these guys come back. And also another thing too, are they going to go based on the animated style of the second series, the more Deco-ish
Adventures of Batman and Robin?
Or the after that.
When the Joker's like super crazy
the more
looking,
stylized form. Are they going to go back to the old? I kind of prefer they go back. I like the stylized version of the animated series. I still like that, enjoy that, but I would like to see them go back to the original animation style, just because I think that will translate a little bit better. It doesn't take away the fact that the other one was great too.
What if we get like a multiverse kind of thing with that? Like you get both animations that meet each other.
That's too much, Rick.
I'm hoping it's
too much multiverse, man. So what do you think about this, man? Joe, what do you think about animated things coming back? Were you a fan of this series back in the day?
Oh yeah, I watched this all the time as a kid. Batman every week, this was the Batman. Like when I think of Batman's voice, that's the Batman voice I think of. That's the Joker voice I think of.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like ingrained in my head what they sound like. And that's why, like, there's that funny scene in Neighbors where Zac Efron and Seth Rogen are like, oh, "No, I'm Batman. No, I'm Batman." You know, which Batman is their Batman? And I'm like, "But you don't have the animated one. That's the one that sticks in my head." You know. But as long as they can do it justice, I think it would be awesome. With like, they could get the same voice actors. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, for sure. That's crucial.
I would, yeah, and like you said, I'd prefer if they had the original style because I really hate seeing them like rebooting Ninja Turtles and like.
Oh, that's a shit.
Why do you guys look so weird? Like, why is one huge, one tiny? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, they look weird to me now, and I hate when they do that like that and like Looney Tunes and all the other things. Like, they try to make them new and stylized, like you said, and it just kind of takes away from what made it just fun in the first place, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Or what you loved at least, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Juan, you are the knight. What do you think of this?
I love it. I mean, it's great news. It's rare. It's rare you say something that I like, Ray. And today, you brought me pure good news. No, I mean it's great news. Yeah, I'm hoping that they stick to the first style. The style of the first run, right? I think it's the first 4 seasons that are in one style, and then afterwards it becomes a different style.
Well, animation was weird back in the day, where like the first season was like 50 episodes, so it was kind of like weird, like how the season break up. But yeah, before they transferred to, I think they changed networks. That's when it happened. They changed like the style and stuff, which was okay. But I like the original one for sure.
Didn't it have like foxes in the title, like beforehand? Right,
Well,
like
it was on Fox.
Fox's or.
Yeah, because I think it moved to the WB, right? And some shit like that.
Oh, was it like WB Presents or some shit? No.
Yeah, some shit like that. But yeah, they changed the style, which I didn't like the Joker. The Joker with no like red lips and like kind of like very, very. It was very more deco. It like went full deco, like more Art Deco. So Rick, what'd you think of this?
Dude, I'm fucking ecstatic. It's just I'm hoping that they go to the exact style of animation, like the one that's beloved, because looks like Animaniacs, and that's a WB property, you know. Looks like they did it with Animaniacs. They kind of stuck to their animation style. They know what the people want. Can't fuck with that. So you can't make an announcement like, we're bringing back the animated series, it's a sequel to it, and then fuck with the animation on this. You'd alienate. As soon as people watch that first episode, they're gonna be like either drawn in because it's back, it's truly back, or they're just gonna watch one and be like, fuck this shit. They're just trying. It's another version of the Batman or this or that. You know, it's just another hashed out, corporated out. Here comes something, you know, for nostalgia's sake, which is cool. Don't get me wrong. I like nostalgia, but it has to be done right. It has to be done right.
Yeah. I think it'd be okay if they kept the style like the original, but they incorporated a couple of modern things. Maybe like
give me like Court of Owls in that style of animation. The Court of Owls storyline, awesome. That would be fucking dope. Oh my god!
I was thinking more like, you know, tasteful 3D representations of them when it's necessary for the film. You know, you have a nice pull-out shot. And then you know,
hentai. Close the window.
And, you know, when it's tasteful, you know what I mean. And I think there's a way that you can satisfy, you know, make it more cinematic. Still kind of, you know, evolve the storytelling, but keep that original style. So they got a big challenge on their plate because, you know, that's one of the most beloved series of all, you know, animated series of all time. So I'm looking forward to it. But man, you know, hopefully they have the analog of Jon Favreau working on this that they're working on, right?
Yeah, it'd be amazing.
Yeah, and they kind of it had a pretty proper ending in Justice League, the Justice League Unlimited. It kind of ended the series like on a whole on a pretty good note. So I'm wondering. So Rick, do you want him to kind of like tell stories like from before all that shit happened, after that shit happened? Where do you want to see them kind of tackle these?
If I remember right, the animated series, all of that shit counted to what was going on in Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, right?
That was a continuation, and Batman Beyond was like the next after that. So that's all in canon.
Okay, so they have. I mean, if there's a sequel, that's the question. It's a sequel to that, or are they going to go right before, maybe 5 years before, you know, he finds Terry McGinnis, or maybe it starts the whole, the whole storyline of him like working in the on the gene pool so he can get himself into Terry McGinnis's genes, which is fucking creepy. But yeah, it comes down to storylines. For me, what I would like to see is use the storylines that are in the comics right now.
Yeah, Corduroy was a good shout. Yeah,
but weave make it a world, because there's a lot of new villains that, hey, I don't know if you liked it, Ray. I thought it was cool. Like Kevin Smith, when he did his run, he introduced that new villain, Onomatopoeia.
Yeah, that was a good villain.
I would like to see an episode like of Onomatopoeia on like the animated series. It's like give me villains that I haven't seen before. Give me Hush?
Yeah, animated version of Hush.
Red Hood.
Bring in Jason Todd. I would love to see an animated them tackle No Man's Land. That'd be great.
Oh God, dude, that'd be like 2 seasons there.
Like a season or 2 seasons of No Man's Land. It's set in that universe. I think it'd be great. I think they have a lot of potential, man. I hope, and as long as they get the original creators back and they get some of the voice, at least
Kevin Conroy.
Get Conroy and Hamill. If you get those two, you're good. Like, I don't care about the other voices. They're you can recast whoever else. But if you don't get Conroy and Hamill, this is a fail from the start. So you kind of
didn't Clancy Brown do a voice for these guys too? For
Croc.
He did Croc.
I think he did Croc, and he also did Luthor in the Superman show.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
Tim Daly on Superman too.
Yeah, I would definitely but I want to see this more of a pure Batman, and there's a lot of stories to tell from that. Like you said, there's some modern storytelling from there. Great. So I guess we'll talk about this real quick. Justice League. So we talked about this a few months ago that we're going to turn this into a 4-part TV show, pretty much like releasing an hour a week for 4 weeks. We kind of thought that was their plan, like kind of keep people subscribed. So they kind of really don't need to do that anymore because people are subscribing to HBO Max because they got all the movie releases coming out this year. So I guess they decided to go against that. They're going to just release it as a 1 4-hour movie, which I'm totally down for. I don't want to wait 4 weeks to see the whole story play out. I'd rather just sit here and sit there and watch the whole damn thing 4 hours. It's if it's a good movie, I'm down because the 3-hour cut of Batman versus Superman is way better than the 2.5-hour cut they fucking released. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm excited. It looks like they're on track for March. That's the rumor right now. So Juan, what do you think of this being a 4-hour movie instead of a TV show for a 4-part TV show?
I would have loved the 4-hour the TV show format. That's just me. Like, make it easier to digest. Kind of, I don't know. Just I love what Quentin Tarantino did with Hateful Eight when they broke it up. I think you can kind of have a little more fun with each part. But 4 hours for one film, man. I mean, I guess if you want, you can just watch it 1 hour at a time, right? So
yeah, watch it whenever you want. Yeah, watch it whenever. Watch 20 minutes at a time, whatever the fuck you want.
I'm for it. It's cool, I guess.
Yeah. Joe, what about you, man? You care about being a 4-hour movie or a 4-hour TV show?
But like I said, if it's all streaming, I could care less. Like you said, we could pause and stop whenever we want. I get sleepy, I can just pause and pick up tomorrow. Yeah. But if it was a 4-hour movie in the theaters, hell no, I would not go see that. I'm sorry, I can't hold my pee that long. I'd be taking pee breaks too often. Yeah. I need to. The Avengers Infinity War was rough, man. That was 3 hours. Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, it's like how much you have to plan your pee breaks like accordingly, like right before the credits, go take a piss.
No, you wait till there's a big action scene, and then as soon as the action scene's done, go. Because there's going to be like a couple minutes of talking at least, so you can at least walk and get back.
No, you finish your popcorn really quick and you use a popcorn bucket and pee in that. That's how you do it, man.
Hey, I used to work in the movie theater, so I can't do that kind of shit because I'd feel too bad. I found such weird shit at the movie theaters cleaning up.
Oh man! Well, you're the one guy that was actually cleaning. Wow.
Yeah, because I actually did my job. I realized no one else was later.
Yeah, no one else does it, but okay. Rick, I know you're juiced about this.
Oh, dude, man. Of course I am. I mean, that's all I gotta say about. No, honestly, it's just. If they were going to do that whole format where they were going to release week to week, it would have pissed me off. I would have hated that shit. It's like, dude, just give me this shit. Fucking, we've been championing this cause as fans for a while, or at least the Snyder Cut. Don't fuck around. Just fucking give us the whole thing at one time. I want to see if Snyder has fucking legit legs to stand on, because I still want that. Some part of me still wants that Snyderverse as to be the legit fucking thing for Justice League. I know they want to switch it up and go different, but Snyder had something. They just have to understand that not every WB movie, every DC movie is going to be dark as shit. Not every movie's fucking Batman, man.
Yeah, that's really kind of fucked up. Like, yeah, it's there's room for all this shit. There's room for like lighthearted entertainment, like Shazam, and some deep, dark, crazy shit like Batman. But trying to turn anything to Batman kind of fucked it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to watch this. I'll watch it. I'll probably, I'll watch a TV show and watch like 8 hours straight of a fucking TV show, like some show I'm bitching. So I think I can handle a 4-hour Justice League movie. Yeah, excited. We're still looking at March. The rumor, Rick.
I think March, late March, I think.
Late March, okay.
Yeah.
March is loaded, man. We got King Kong, Godzilla versus Kong, and fucking Justice League that month. Yeah, March is gonna be fucking bad. Cool. All right, so we'll jump over to some Marvel news. So it looks like Ethan Hawke has been cast in the Moon Knight series that's happening on Disney Plus. So I guess it looks like he's going to play the villain. So there's been like I'm not like huge deep dive on Moon Knight. I know a little bit about the character. I've read some of his stories, so I'm not an expert on Moon Knight at all. But some of the I'm on. What am I on right now? On screen right now. So some of the possibilities. Nushu, the moon god who gave Moon Knight his powers. Let's see. The Sun King, a twisted mirror image of Mark Spector, the Moon Knight. Also Mephisto, who's rumored to be one of the big bads coming up in WandaVision. That's one of the big rumors that he's going to show up at some point. He's the one pulling the strings. Bushman is one of his older enemies. Actually, I wouldn't mind this casting. This is the one I kind of kind of went, oh, that'd be kind of cool. Ethan Hawke possibly playing Jack Russell, Werewolf by Night. I thought that was the most interesting. So, Juan, do you know anything about Moon Knight? Do you care like who Ethan Hawke is going to be playing in this?
I mean, I researched it today, so I thought researched his background, the mythos. I actually thought he was going to play Moon Knight. And I thought that would be appropriate because like Moon Knight kind of has like a redemption arc, right? Where it's like he starts off as a villain and then, he's like trying to hunt the werewolf, working for the committee. And then it's revealed later on that he's actually a good guy trying to infiltrate the committee. And, Ethan Hawke's like one of those actors who I love, but I feel like he's constantly trying to redeem himself for what he did to Uma Thurman. So, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he's still kind of fucked for that. So that's what I thought. I thought he was a perfect fit. But if he were to play anyone else, I read a little bit about him. It seems like Bushman would be a cool character for him to play. But besides that, I like Ethan Hawke, man. Great actor.
Yeah, not the best husband, but great actor.
No, he's a piece of shit.
Well, Marvel's been known to take troubled men and give them a second life at career.
Bring them back.
RDJ. So, Joe, what do you think about this, man? Anybody you want to see Ethan Hawke play in Moon Knight?
No one specifically, to be honest. I've only, to be honest, like you said, I haven't read too many of his stories. I've heard a couple of them, and it's a cool character and all. But I just don't know who his main villains are, like who his nemesis is, and so I'm not quite sure to say who Ethan Hawke should or shouldn't play. But just actor, like you said, like they like to give good actors a bit of a redemption, and it would be kind of cool to see him get a good role in, get a big one in, get something cool. And like Moon Knight itself, I'm just excited to see, just because it's something new. Yeah. We've seen all these other characters for all these movies over and over again. I was excited when Captain America first came out because Captain America wasn't the most popular character, but now I'm kind of sick of Iron Man and Captain America. So
yeah.
Moon Knight should be cool. What was that?
Definitely sick of Iron Man for sure.
Luckily, I don't have to see him too much, I don't think.
Rick, you think this role is going to be something that carries over into the regular MCU, or is this just going to be show specific for Moon Knight?
Well, see, that's the another rumor I was looking at. They were saying that he possibly could be playing Dracula, and I was like, damn, is Dracula that prevalent in the Moon Knight series? Because
in the Marvel, Marvel.
Yeah, in the Marvel series, yeah. Because wouldn't it kind of make sense to have him as a big bad against Mahershala Ali and fucking Blade? This is a good way to introduce him by series. Him fucking with Moon Knight, maybe. I don't know, but that sounds cool. I mean, Ethan Hawke's a good actor, dude. Straight up. He since he was a kid to where he is now, maybe not the greatest of people, you know, but the guy fucking has chops when it comes to fucking acting.
Yeah, it's I could see him playing he looks like a vampire. I could see him playing a vampire.
There's like a fucking a mock-up that I just saw online. Yeah. It looks pretty cool, you know.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, and you can kind of spin this off into Blade and like, I can see that for sure. Nice. In the comics in the '70s, Tomb of Dracula was one of the big series. Like, because Marvel was there. It looks like Marvel's kind of diving into that '70s kind of horror exploitation kind of vibe they were going along in the '70s. So you had Tomb of Dracula, Werewolf by Night, Hellstrom, which failed miserably. So that canceled already. But I'm glad they're kind of doing this stuff, and I'm hoping like Moon Knight's such a pretty. It's basically like Marvel's Batman. So
is he part of like that like Midnight Suns like magician kind of thing area? Is he with that crew?
He's crossed over with those guys a bunch, he's crossed over with Ghost Rider and shit like that. So, I don't know if they would like, he's probably like in the cusp, but I would say he's almost like in the middle of that. He's like Marvel the darker stuff. So, it's definitely in the middle of the road of that stuff. Let's see. All right. We got a couple more chats. Lori, even when he's bad, he's good. Either talking about Rick or Nicolas Cage, one of the two. One of the two, I think. I think she was talking about Nicolas Cage. Reg's the Edge. Max Effort, do your Bobby Boucher impression from The Waterboy.
I am not an animal. I am not a trained animal.
This is when we have super chat, so you can donate $5 and Rick will do all the impressions you want.
Oh my god.
Once we get that set
I am not your animal. $5. What do you want me to do again?
My mama said. Let's see. Roland Chow. Hi. What's up, Roland? How you doing? All right on. All right. So we'll jump into some other Marvel news. So this is kind of like Chris Evans kind of said, kind of debunked this, but that's what they kind of do nowadays. Like if something gets out, they kind of say, oh, that's not happening. That's not happening. So it looks like Chris Evans is going to make some kind of return to the cinematic universe. They haven't said what he's coming back as, and there's a bunch of rumors flying about. One of the things I heard, maybe he's coming back for the Multiverse of Madness. He'll pop up as Human Torch from the Fantastic Four, and just kind of show the multiverse in all its ways. Or he can come back in a flashback, or there's different ways for him to come back. He's kind of said this is not happening, but it looks like he's coming back into Marvel in some ways. I personally would love to see a World War II flashback film with him and Wolverine. That's how you kind of bring Wolverine in and kind of see a nice, cool, badass World War II movies team up with Captain America and Wolverine. But I guess you could go a bunch of ways. So Juan, what do you think of Steve Rogers, Chris Evans possibly coming back as Captain America or in another role? What do you think?
I think that hog of his is getting him hired, man. Holy shit! Who the fuck? What kind of actor has that kind of pull? You die as one character, one of the leading characters, you come back as another. That guy's putting that thing to work, man. I like Chris Evans, man. He's pure. He's America's sweetheart. It would be really difficult to see him playing anyone besides Captain America, but I would imagine it would be really fun for him because he'd probably pick someone that is really different, right? And it's going to really challenge his acting. So, you know what, man? I don't know who to expect. I don't know who it's going to be. For some reason, my mind went to maybe like one of the Eternals. You know what I mean, or something like that. Not the Eternals. What are those? What are the guys? The gods that created the Marvel universe. Like something to do with that kind of the Celestials.
Yeah.
For some reason, I could see him coming back and doing some shit like that. But besides that, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's happening. Well, right now he's aged up. He turned into Clint Eastwood from The Mule at the end of Endgame. So in the comics, that's happened before, where he's kind of gotten to his real age, like he's like gotten to like being like 90 years old, and he kind of got returned to his with time travel and time stones and all that crap. You can definitely kind of work around that. But Joe, what do you think of this, man? Is he coming back to play Captain America, or you think he's coming back to play somebody else, or what do you think of this?
That's a difficult one. Like, even though I just said like I'm kind of sick of seeing Captain America, I wouldn't be upset if he came back as Captain America. I'll just say that right now.
Yeah.
But it would just be hard to, I don't know, explain to fans how he died as one character and came back as another character. You know what I mean?
Comic books, man. Comic books. That's all you guys.
I know. I mean, that's why I was saying if he does come back as Captain America, I wouldn't be opposed to him coming back as old Steve Rogers like he did in the comic book for that short little. I think he did a couple runs with a couple different characters. I think Deadpool was one of them or something like that. I forget what it was, but he was old man Steve Rogers pretty much. And so I wouldn't mind if like there was some kind of like comedic element to him being there, you know, maybe fill in for like the Stan Lee cameos, you know, something like that, you know, something like fun. But I don't see him coming back as like the Human Torch or anyone major, especially since he played such a huge role in the past series of Marvel movies, you know.
Yeah, and they haven't said if this is going to be like a major, like big role, just going to be a cameo. Is this just going to be like some like throwaway scene or something? So yeah, they haven't really said, and you know, everybody's denying everything. So, Effort, anything you want to see from Chris Evans? You want to see him come back as Captain America? You want to see him come back as another character? You want to see what do you want to see from Chris Evans coming back?
Dude, he could be back as anybody at this point. But for damn sure, Chris, you can't lie to us. We know you're in the goddamn movie.
Yeah, we've seen your dick, man. We know.
He's trying. No, he's just everybody's trying to debunk anytime they're associated with Marvel, and it's just like, I know RDJ is done, but there's a chance that he can come back. They're not going to say no to him if he wants to come back at one point. You know, they're just gonna they might have him as a cameo or something. You know, Ghost in the Machine inside of Jarvis or Iron Man. You know, Tony Stark is still in there somewhere, but it's just nothing. You can't rule anything out in the MCU. It's comic books, like you said, man. It's fucking. He can fucking show up as the Watcher for all we fucking know, you know. He can be voicing them. So, yeah, everything's up in the air, especially now, like you said, with the Doctor Strange, the multiverse, everything is up in the air.
Yeah,
I'd like to see him as a Human Torch, though. That'd be fun.
That'd be kind of cool, like a quick little like Human Torch comes in for a second,
introducing Fantastic Four in a way, you know.
Yeah, and it's like kind of passes the torch, so to speak. I think. Go ahead, one.
I was wondering. I just remember, like, do you think maybe they haven't planned for the What If, series, right? Because that would be perfect, right?
Very true.
Yeah, I don't think they would. They would just come out and say that if it was just a What If. They don't want to like. They're not going to lead fans on it thinking he's going to be, something bigger than that. And they've already said like a bunch of the actors are coming back to voice characters in the show. So I don't think they'd make a big deal about if he wasn't coming back for live action. But I could be wrong. I don't know shit. So, yeah. But I would, man, if they're gonna do a badass World War II movie with Wolverine, that's how you introduce Wolverine.
That'd be sick.
And a Captain America, because there was a lot. They skipped over a lot of shit during that the first Captain America movie. So they can easily throw in a couple of adventures in there, throw in a couple of Wolverine adventures, and maybe hinting at some other mutants and other characters that are going to show up. So we'll see. Time will tell. But we'll definitely gonna see some shit in that multiverse of madness. So I guess we'll do a quick. Here, we'll do a couple more. Hondo. Rick does a great Jesse Eisenberg. We're getting the list together. We're gonna, once we get
dude, these guys gotta do super chats. I'm not, I'm
well,
not an animal.
We'll open the PayPal, so you guys want to donate. Rick can fucking do that.
For $5, I'll do anything.
You heard it here first, man. Go to Rick's OnlyFans. Red's the Edge. What do you guys think of the new Captain Coming to America 2 movie? I'm as soon as I heard it was PG-13, which the rumor was going to be, my excitement has cut in half. The first movie was a hard R. It was pretty damn uncensored. So and we've said this many times, the best Eddie is uncensored Eddie. So I don't know. I'm not too juiced on it. What you guys juiced? You guys upset about the rated R? Do you care about the rated R PG-13 for Coming to America too?
I think R would be better. Just saying.
Yeah. It kind of kills me, like, because was it the Dolomite Is My Name? That's a hard R movie, and same directors. So I was hoping for that kind of vibe to this one, but I don't know, man. That's like, it is streaming too. It's not like they have to, they're worried about box office. This is going to be streaming on, was it Amazon or?
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, so I don't understand why you just don't make this R. Like, I don't know, man. It has me worried for sure. All right. So speaking of, before we get to our big top 5, this news dropped. So this is the best news of 2021 for sure. The Muppet Show, all 5 seasons. This is from Deadline. It looks like all 5 seasons of the Muppet Show are heading to Disney Plus. First 3 seasons of the iconic season and season 4 and 5 that's never previously been released on home entertainment. So beginning February 19th. So I remember seeing like the first 3. I had the Time Life video DVDs of these. They had a bunch of the episodes on it, and then I remember seeing the first 3 seasons on DVD, but I never saw a 4th and 5th. So they just never got it released. I assume this took so long because the music rights. They use a lot of pop music in these shows. So this has me juiced. I'm super excited. February 19th, the Muppet Show coming, Disney Plus. Definitely worth the subscription just for that. So Juan, are you excited about the Muppet Show coming back? Did you watch any of this when you were a kid?
I did. I love Jim Henson. I love all the stuff that came out of the Jim Henson. What is it? The Jim Henson Factory, the Jim Henson Workshop.
Jim Henson Workshop.
That's what it was, right? Yeah, big fan, man. So it was one of those shows that I think it was on at night, right? It was like on once a week at night, and I think that I didn't get to always watch it, so I would always be kind of bummed. So yeah, definitely. I don't like to smoke a lot of weed because I get, I'm very sensitive, but I would love to smoke weed and watch this whole series, and I think it would be a delight.
Yeah, it's just a great. It pretty much raised me. Like, this is definitely, like, a lot of my humor comes out of this show, for sure. This was like the first real comedic thing I watched when I was a kid, so it definitely influenced a lot. Just the music and the these cutty actors you would never see in other play. Senior Wences and Charo and, like, all these cutty ass actors that you would never like know who these guys are, but you saw them on the Muppet Show, and they did these great skits and great musical numbers and just great stuff. But so memorable. Joe, were you a Muppet fan at all?
Yeah, I was a big Muppet fan. I'm not a huge Muppet fan as a kid, but I loved them. I didn't watch the TV show as much as I remember watching the movies over and over as a kid, having on VHS. Like, was it Muppets Christmas Carol, Muppets Take Manhattan? There was one where they go to space or something. I just remember having those on VHS as a kid and watching those over and over again. And I remember, like, catching the TV show like late at night on whatever channel it was that would ever play. I'm not sure what it was, but I just remember like catching them late at night and be like, "Oh, it's the Muppets, like from the movie." And then they had a TV show. And then later, I remember I was a huge fan of the thing at Disneyland they had for a while, the Muppets 3D thing in the theater. You'd sit there, and it was basically just like you sat in a little theater, and there was a whole little thing going on. And they had like animatronics popping up, like Statler and Waldorf would pop up, and the chef would pop up behind you and blast a cannon. But everything they had the whole the 3D experience where like things would like blast you in the face and like your seat would rumble. Those kinds of things. It's like a full experience 3D thing. And I was a huge fan of that at California Adventure, and then they took that out eventually. But I loved the Muppets. So.
That sounds amazing, man.
Yeah.
That one, fuck. That sounds awesome. Rick, what was your favorite episode of the show?
Dude, man. I mean, we were talking about it earlier. That John Denver episode, dude, where he's just like fucking talking to Kermit the Frog. It's just that stuff that you remember, because like it was a variety show. That's what it pretty much was. It was like it was SNL. It had fucking skits with fucking celebrities. They had the musical hour. They had the intro. Kermit the Frog. Dropped down the beginning. He did his monologue. it was it was like watching the Tonight Show or SNL at one point, but for kids, you know. I thought it was
adult humor like mixed in.
Yeah, it's like, you know what it is. That was pure family for back in the day. That's the easiest way for everybody to get together, and I'm glad they're fucking bringing it back, because you know there's a whole bunch of people that, you know what, god damn it, you guys need some fucking Muppet Show in your life, straight up.
Yeah,
you guys are too wound up tight.
I just hope
Especially
if they bring it back that they don't like truly water it down, like totally.
No, it's just they're bringing back the show, like everything that they already did. I don't think it's
okay.
Yeah.
It's
So it's just we're getting it's not a reboot.
It's a
They're
re-release.
releasing the library, which is I think it's great. Yeah,
it ran from 76 to 81. Yeah, Joe, you would definitely dig it, man. There's some great episodes, man. Like my favorite episode of all time is the Steve Martin one. I think that
was great.
That one, I always go to that one because that was just a great, like, just kind of like the show gets canceled and everything. They just have to they're just running auditions and shit. It's just so chaotic. It's hilarious. Steve Martin's hilarious in it. It's such a great show. I'm so excited about this, man. Like Juan said, I'm gonna smoke a bunch of weed and watch a bunch of episodes, man. I'm definitely gonna binge the shit out of this, man. I can't wait.
Hey, who's your favorite character on the show? Mine is Gonzo.
Yeah, I'm Fozzie, man. That's my spirit animal. Yeah.
Animal.
Yeah.
Kermit the Frog here.
Rick, it's Sam the Eagle. Come on, man.
Oh no. Somebody getting married.
Gonzo's up.
Dude, that song.
Gonzo's
Somebody
always
get a picture. Somebody get a picture. I'll start doing Muppet Take Manhattan right now.
Well, you know, Gonzo's probably Gonzo's up there too, man. Gonzo's always trying to bang the chickens and shit too. So
that's right. Just like hey, Ray, real quick, did they announce is the Jim Henson Hour also going to be re-released?
I haven't said anything. They haven't said anything about that. This is they only said anything about the Muppet Show, which I'm thinking this is gonna kind of open the door to a lot of other things, like the Muppet Babies. I'm a big Muppet Babies fan from back in the day, so I'm hoping that comes on next. I think this is kind of opening the door to a lot of the stuff a lot of the IP they have. So I'm thinking that's, you know, they have a bunch of this shit on, you know, just sitting there. So I think that this is definitely they're definitely gonna add that shit too. So. I'm just hoping to see more Muppets, man. I love the Muppets, man. And, you know, they've tried to reboot it over the years. Actually, the ABC one was actually not that bad. I kind of enjoyed that one, like The Office meets the Muppets kind of show. I actually thought that was not bad. It was kind of fun. But the new one I tried watching. I wasn't too juiced on. But
are they going to have that? Are they going to bring that up soon, you think, too? The ABC one?
It's on there.
That one actually... it's already on there?
It's on there, yeah.
Oh, okay. I got to fucking...
Yeah, it was not bad. It's not bad. It's fun. Let's see. Def Chair YT, what's up, Rick?
What's up?
What's up? No impressions for Rick, no. Lori, Gonzo is mine too. There you go. America's favorite, Gonzo. All right. So let's jump to our list. So we're doing a top 5 comedy movies. So this was a rough one, man. I'll tell you. Comedy is so subjective, and you know, comedy means different things at different points in your life. So this is definitely a tough list to put together. I had so many movies I wanted to put on, and I was like, is this better than this one? Does this kind of stand the test of time? So many movies were on the fence. So this was definitely a rough list to put together. But also a fun list because I got to rewatch a bunch of my favorite comedies of all time this past week. So I'm glad we took an extra week with this one because, if it was only one day, it definitely would have. This list would have definitely looked different with one day's notice than a week's notice for sure. So we'll go through our honorable mentions first. We'll go our 2 honorable mentions, and then we'll go through our list 5. Everybody do their 5, then their 4, then their 3, 2, 1, and so forth. All right. So let's see. Let's start with you, Juan. We'll go Juan, Joe, Effort, and me. We'll do that round robin right there.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Your 2 honorable mentions, sir.
So my 2 honorable mentions are Django Unchained, right? Which isn't a comedy movie, but it's its own thing, right? It's a Tarantino, but in my opinion,
funny.
It's one of I got to see. You know, I don't know how many times I've told this story on this show, but it doesn't matter. I got to see Django Unchained, you know, on Christmas Day at Hilltop Cinema. you know, and packed audience, you know, like maybe like 40% white, 40% black, and then 10% Latino, 10%, you know, Asian. And it was every joke in there hit so fucking hard. You know, I mean every laugh, you know, the tension that he creates in that film sets up every fucking joke, man. And so you know, everything from you know, from the beginning, where it's like his ability to take the darkest thing, where it's like where, you know, he comes up against the two slave traders, and like he lets one of the slaves hold his gun, you know, and he looks at the guy, and he's just like, what the fuck, right? It's just that subtle shit. To the other thing, to the next part where he's like, come on, man, didn't I give you my apple? You know what I mean? It's just, he goes, you know, or the part where the fucking horse is already falling on one of the slave traders, and fucking what does Django do? He comes right up to him and fucking steps on the horse. I mean, dude, there are straight up comedy films that don't have the laughs, that have that many laughs in the first 15 minutes, dude, straight up. And it's so dark, it's so cathartic, it's healing. Fucking definitely Django Unchained, honorable mention. Another one, honorable mention, not a comedy, but one of the funniest films I've seen, Wolf of Wall Street, dude. Martin Scorsese, fucking Leonardo DiCaprio. Come on, dude. I was laughing my fucking, yeah, you know, yeah, she's that hot blonde you just saw with my dick in her mouth. You know what I mean? You know, was the Lamborghini red? No, it was white. You know what I mean? Or whatever. It's just like, you know, when he's walking out the fucking the house and he's talking about all the drugs he's taking. You know what I mean? And he goes, and Quaaludes, because they're great. I'm paraphrasing.
So when he comes out of that fucking car all fucked up, man, like,
yeah, right.
God, that's probably the biggest laugh I've fucking had. That movie,
right.
Yeah, that part is fucking.
When he's on the phone, he's like, "Gil, the phone."
I can relate.
The phone. Oh, dude, come on! And then he calls his lawyer. He goes, "What the fuck are you saying? I can't understand a fucking word that's coming out of your mouth." Jesus Christ, Jordan, get a hold of yourself. You know, it is, dude, that is one of the funniest movies. When he's on the fucking boat, right? And he's trying to like persuade the two FBI agents, and they're like, you know, they're basically like, we're not going to play ball. And he goes, yeah, get the fuck out of here. He goes, and take the lobster with you. I know your cheap asses can't afford them. You know what I mean? Like, you know, he goes, yeah, I'm going to go back here and I'm going to have these two girls sniff cocaine off my dick or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, it is, you know, from top to bottom, dude. And then it has one of my favorite lines in any film when he tells his buddy to go get the Quaaludes, and the guy's like afraid. He goes, "I will not die sober." Come on, dog.
You've been living that mantra.
That is an incredible line.
Yeah, it's weird lines in that, man.
Exactly. Yeah. So those are my two honorable mentions.
Right on. All right, Joe, your two honorable mentions.
So two honorable mentions. One of them is one that my dad used to quote to me all the time, and I didn't understand until I found the DVD much later in life, which was The Jerk.
Oh man,
Steve Martin.
Yes.
He would just quote that thing to me all the like. Just like he was my baseball coach. He would just say things to me all the time, or just say at home all the time, and I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, I didn't get the reference, and then he was like, "It's from The Jerk. You'll get it.
You'll get it."
Yeah. Sure enough, I found the DVD when I was like 19, 20 years old, and I'm like, "Oh my god, this is hilarious!" You know, everything about it is just hilarious. Like, I grew up a poor black child.
Die, gas pumper.
He really doesn't like these cans.
Stay away from the cans. That's one, and then another one is Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke. I remember like catching that on like Comedy Central as a kid, like way before I was ever smoked anything in my life, and just thinking like, this is hilarious. Like, why are these guys so funny? I don't get it, but for some reason they're hilarious. And now like that's another one where I like found the DVD later when I was like 20 years old after I'd started smoking everything, and I was just like, let me watch this again. I'm like, oh my god, now I get all the jokes.
Oh, that scene when they're the opening scene when they're in their car and smoking the dog shit.
Oh yeah,
Labrador.
What are we smoking?
Dog shit, man.
Labrador.
It's dog shit, man.
Oh, that's just a toothpick, man. I hope your dick's bigger than the toothpick, man. Fucking fucking straight comedy, man. That opening is fucking hilarious.
But yeah, those are two older. So I'm gonna say my list is not ones that other people might pick. They're just ones that mean something to me. So those are two ones that are like older that I caught on to when I was like I knew the jokes when I was a kid, and then getting older I like learned what the jokes actually meant, and so it made them so much better. But yeah, those are my two honorable mentions.
Oh, right on. Effortless.
So just so we know, those two that Joe was talking about, that was part of the fucking bracket I had going and shit. The fucking Comedy Madness with fucking 64 pick fucking team bracket. Those are great picks though, Joe.
I just imagine Rick's room after him during this week, just like comedy movies all around, just fucking just trying to figure shit out.
Dude, I was writing down everything. I was like, all right, where do I seed you? I was seeding everything. Okay, so my two honorable mentions. So firstly, the Farrellys, if we know, they're amazing. There's a lot of movies that they do that's funny. Dumb and Dumber and all of this stuff. Yeah, that's all great and stuff. There's Something About Mary. Great. Kingpin's the fucking funniest thing they've ever done. I love Kingpin. I fucking, from beginning to end, I'm cracking up. Bill Murray is fucking awesome. Woody Harrelson is awesome. Fucking Lynn Shay makes an appearance as the fucking landlady with the whole dude, this
I forgot about that movie. So.
Kingpin's fucking great, yes. Dude.
We don't have a cow.
Dude, especially when fucking Big Irv, when he does that little move when he's about to run away, where he just starts fucking like classic fucking Bill Murray, dude. So there's that. Then the other one, I don't know if it's really a comedy, but it makes me fucking die laughing. Another fucking pair of fucking brothers, the Coens, fucking Big Lebowski. Big Lebowski. Probably one of the most quoted movies. I mean, I still quote stuff from that movie. If I have a disagreement with somebody, it's just like, hey, like that's just your opinion, man. It's the easiest way just to fucking we're just agreeing to disagree. It's just your opinion, whatever. But yeah, I love those two movies. So yeah, Big Lebowski and Kingpin.
Awesome. All right, so my first honorable mention, it's an all-time classic. It's just so many great lines. It's so quotable. Airplane. It's a classic for a reason. The Zucker brothers, one of their early flicks for sure. But just man, Lloyd Bridges is fucking hilarious in this. As what's his name in the
McCroskey,
yeah. He's probably one of the funniest guys in the movie, man. It just funny lines after lines. You got fucking. Dude, the cast is amazing, man. You got Peter Graves, Leslie Nielsen, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, man. Just great one-liners. Fun. It kind of started that kind of like the spoof movie, which kind of died off in the '90s. But during that time, man, I think it still holds up, man. It's still funny, man. Still just put it on. You can quote the little lines they have. It's so many damn things. It's fucking hilarious. One of my favorite flicks of all time.
Dude.
Good.
No, I'm saying, yeah, the scene with the girl's like, oh, I've never done this before. It's my first time.
Oh,
yeah, all right.
Airplane 2.
Was that Airplane 2? Oh, I'm sorry. Are you sure it's not Airplane 1 as well? That line, man. That line was so long.
No, the one when, you nervous? Yes, very. First time? No, I've been nervous lots of times. It's so good, man. I'm looking at the quotes right now. There's been so... Joey, have you ever been to a Turkish prison? It's fucking so quotable, man. There's so many great things. Great flick. Another one, I rewatched this today. Some of the subtle humor in this movie is great. Just a great, like Peter Sellers is amazing in this, playing 3 roles. Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. Great. George C. Scott is fucking hilarious in this movie. I forgot how funny he is in this movie. But just a great subtle. I'm a fan of subtle humor, and Dr. Strangelove, directed by the great Stanley Kubrick, one of my birthday buddies. Just great. Oh, just when he's playing when Peter Sellers is playing the Nazi, the Nazi was it Doctor Strangelove, the title character, when he's like trying to like hold down his hand when he's like trying to do the Nazi salute and shit, and he's like just like the subtle shit like that is so funny, man. Slim Pickens riding the bomb is fucking. James Earl Jones is in this. I forgot he was in this. He's one of the pilots in the plane. Just funny, subtle humor, like the opening scene when he's George C. Scott's secretaries on the phone. Just a subtle little back and forth they're having. It's such a great flick, man. Very clever writing, well directed, funny, subtle humor. Really, really good. So those are my Doctor Strangelove and Airplane. Those are my two honorable mentions. All right. So let's see. We got a couple. Let's go through some of these chats before we go on. Let's see. I'm late, but Porky's is hilarious. Porky's is pretty.
Porky's is funny. Porky's is fucking funny as fuck.
Pretty goddamn funny. That's from Danny. Lori Lebowski's total comedy, but I can get you a toe with polish on it.
You want a toe with polish? I can get you a toe with polish, dude. What time is it?
The Mask is a good movie. Yeah, no Jim Carrey movies on my list, man. Yeah,
no Jim Carrey. You know what would have been the movie to make your what busted the bracket for Jim Carrey as far as top comedy?
Easy answer is Dumb and Dumber, but Ace Ventura is fucking cold, man. Like that's actually the second Ace Ventura is fucking hilarious, man.
I think Liar is my. It stands the test.
Eternal Sunshine.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm the only one who went super dark.
Yeah,
Cable
relationships
Guy.
are hilarious. Yeah.
Oh, Cable Guy. No,
Cable Guy, man.
Cable Guy. Yeah.
That spoke to me. That's like my fucking comedy scream and shit. Everything. Who are you, Ricky? Ricardo.
Directed by. Yeah, that's just fucking cold, man. Yeah, directed by Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
Watching while eating dinner. Good vibes. Thank you, Defter.
Oh, nice.
Beaver's mom talking jive. Yeah. I'll talk some jive. That's just hilarious in Airplane. Big Leo 415. Is this the real Big Leo 415? There's been impossible.
Oh, no, I know. This Leo Schefter or fake Leo 415?
I don't know, man. Airplane is hilarious. Yeah, Airplane is a good flick, man. Yeah, it's a classic for sure. All right, let's jump into our top five, man. So we'll do fives first, fours, and so on. So on, what's your number 5 on your list?
Number 5 is Step Brothers, 2008, starring Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly. Man, this film, I own it. I've watched it probably 100 times. I love it from the beginning. I love it to the end. It's one of the rare comedy films that I feel like holds up in the last third of it. You know, near the end. It ends with a laugh. You know, and I thought the chemistry between Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly is incredible. That fucking some of the quotes in there are just like they're just out of this world. There's like, where like the mom's he's telling her that he went to John Hopkins and she's like, you don't know anyone named Johnny Hopkins. It was Johnny Hopkins and Sloan Ketterling. And they were blazing that shit up every day. You know what I mean? It's just like there's the line, haha, that's so funny. The last time I heard that, I fell off my dinosaur. You know what I mean? Yeah, so it's just stupid lines like that. They both play the man-child perfectly, man, and just the idea to bring 2 man-children. Like, I mean, to me, I love The Jerk. That's like one of my favorite films. Like, it's like probably my dad's top 3, right? And I feel like they brought that jerk energy in this film. They brought that dumbass but still kind of smart energy. And yeah, man, it's an incredible film. And it's it's ultimately about family. It's about bringing the family together. So it's like you feel good about it at the end. Dude, the scene where they're walking back home and he's like, hey, can we take this path? And he's like, no, why? It's going to take like way longer. He goes, all right. He goes, and then he makes him lick the white shit. Come on, man. You got beat up by a kid. You have to lick the white shit.
Wait, have you seen the post-credit scene or whatever where they like beat the kids up afterwards?
Yeah.
I like that. There's like a whole like scene where they have like doves and they're doing like the
John Woo kind of fucking
goes full Woo.
And, dude, even the ending where it's just like he's like when the dad's trying to explain to him, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a dinosaur.
You can't be a dinosaur.
Yeah, but he's so committed about it. Goes, that's what you are, man. That's your thing. And then they get up there, dude, and they sing Volare. Come on, man. Like the fucking Catalina wine mixer, baby.
Yeah, that first 45 minutes of Step Brothers, man. Oh my god, it's fucking hilarious, man. I laugh all. I have some issues with the third act, but it's definitely it came close. It came close to my list.
You don't like the part where the fucking the therapist is fantasizing and then
come and give you my seed.
Yeah, come on, man. That's incredible.
Oh, dude, I love when he fucking hugs his brother at the end, his real brother Derek. You know, he's trying to hug him, and they end up like punching each other, and then he bites his shoulder. I'm like, that's like how me and my brother hug right there,
dude.
It's fucking real.
Remember this? Remember the scene where the brother comes into the treehouse, and he's like, "What are you?" It's up to you, right?
See this?
Yeah, he pulls up the shirt. The fucking the body double. They got the body double.
Oh, shit.
I lather these up with Kiehl's. You know what I mean? Come on, and then one more line, dude. The brother is, by the way, I forget the name of the actor.
Adam Scott.
Adam Scott,
dude.
Yeah.
Remember when the wife's hitting on John C. Reilly, and he's like, "Come on,"
Cawthorne, right?
He's like, "Dane Cook, pay-per-view, 30 minutes, let's go." It's just like, dude, incredible.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's a great movie, man.
All right, you convinced me. It's on my list now.
Yeah. Hey, dude, it was part of the 64, dude. I'm telling you, everybody's numbers are going to be on that list. There's so much.
All right, Joe, you got number 5.
So he took one of mine, which was Step Brothers. So I will go.
Oh, you can still go. Sorry.
No, I will do a wild card since I have plenty on my list.
Hey man, it's your list. You do whatever the hell you want, man.
So I'll do a wild card. I'm gonna do a Walk Hard, a Dewey Cox story with John C. Reilly. Another John C. Reilly.
Dude, that fucking.
I'm sorry. When that came
fuck.
out, like none of my friends saw that, and I was dying, and I was like trying to like tell them about this movie, and they just like, dude, this sounds so stupid. This sounds stupid. And I got them to watch it.
Man.
No. So I finally like got them to watch it with me. Like I got the DVD and got them to watch it, and they were like. We were quoting it nonstop, like, I'm going smell blind. You don't want no part of this, Dewey. You don't want no part of this.
That's the best running joke in that fucking movie.
Yeah. I cut my brother in half. Like, everything about it is just, for some reason, I was just dying the whole movie. Because it was around that time when all the movie, like, Ray and, was it Walk the Line came out or whatever it was, and I'm a big Johnny Cash fan, and so like kind of getting like all the jokes that they're like making towards all the musicians along the way was really funny to me. Like they were just taking little jabs at everyone, kind of, you know. And I thought it was hilarious. But
hey, you know what? Too, John C. Reilly, dude, that motherfucker can sing, man. Oh, he had a good voice, and the songs in that fucking movie were hilarious too.
He's in a band.
Is he?
Yeah, he's like in something like a Jeff the Brother or something like that.
What kind of band is it? Like, it's like what kind of music?
Like a acoustic-y folk band, I'm pretty sure, something like that.
I'm gonna have to listen to that.
I came across I was at Streetlight Records in San Jose one day, just flipping through the little EPs, and all of a sudden I'm just like, that John C. Reilly? It was just like on this random EP. I'm like, what the fuck?
That guy's got some pipes, man.
Yeah.
That's a good pick. Rick, what you got?
All right. So before I go into 5 and then into 4, because they actually are written by the same dude, we talk about all of these guys, but some of these writers don't get their due. So Douglas Kenney, you were fucking awesome. You wrote one of the most classic fucking movies. Number 5 on my fucking list is fucking Caddyshack.
Yeah, I almost made mine too.
Dude, I fucking laugh top to bottom. See, that's the whole thing about these lists for me. It's just, can I sit down and watch a movie and still fucking crack up like I did the first time? Caddyshack's one of those movies that I definitely do. All the Ted Knight shit's fucking great. All the Rodney Dangerfield stuff's great. All the Chevy Chase stuff is great. Dude, everything about the fucking movie is fucking funny. Just the subtle looks that fucking like Chevy Chase gives, or when he's blowing in fucking the judge's ear, and Ted Knight's Ted Knight's one of the best fucking villains, dude. Yeah. Well, we're waiting. All of that shit's fucking great, you know. So yeah, dude, Caddyshack, Doug Kenny, dude, he knew what the fuck was going on with comedy. You know, he pushed the envelope, which I love. Yes, Caddyshack. And we could go on with Caddyshack. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to go on with that movie. It's
pretty funny, man.
It's pretty amazing.
It's pretty good, man. That's a pretty good number 5. Let's see. All right, everybody's
Everybody just walked away as I fucking
Caddyshack. No one likes Caddyshack.
No, it's a good movie.
I like what was the movie on Netflix?
A stupid and futile gesture.
Great.
I've been wanting to watch that. Yeah,
it's really definitely recommend.
Awesome.
Highly recommended. It's the documentary is great too about the National Lampoon. But yeah, I'd seen the behind the scenes of a Caddyshack and Animal House is fucking hilarious, man. All the shit they were doing, and it's funny. In one of the scenes in Caddyshack, you can actually see Doug Kenny, and he's sitting at a table in the back of one of the restaurant scenes, and they're actually doing coke.
No shit.
During one of the scenes, they actually pointed out in the documentary. You can see him in the background actually doing coke off the fucking.
And it's in the movie.
It's in the movie, yeah.
Oh, no
It's like
they
were like one of the background characters. They were like in the far back, and you just see him fucking. They did so much coke on that movie; it was insane.
Oh, dude, there was the biggest party in the fucking world on that one.
For sure. All right, so my number 5, Cheech and Chong. I love Up in Smoke. I have some issues with the third act on that one. But my Cheech and Chong movie. Cheech and Chong is the next movie.
Yeah.
This fucking movie is fucking hilarious. I rewatched this the other night. Man, the quotes in this movie are fucking cold, man. Like, man, if you had a second brain, it would die of loneliness, man. It's like, I'm going to be late for work again. That's the 5th time this week, and it's only Tuesday. Just fucking cold. Like, Chong, you're driving like an idiot, man. Geez, I can't get used to these automatics, man. Yeah, they are real complicated, aren't they? It's just fucking just quote after quote. The Beaner song is fucking hilarious. Beaners.
Mexican American.
Mexican.
Night school, take Spanish and get a
B.
They got Chela, Ichata, Ichoto, and a brother-in-law named Jeff. And that's true.
Hey man, that's a pretty nice car, man. Better get back to the circus before they find out it's gone. And it's the great actors in that too. You got Paul Rubens is in there. You got what's the lady comedic actress? She's in a bunch of shit.
Edie McClure.
Yeah, I think Edie McClure. Yeah, just great little cameos from all these great like comedic actors, man. Just funny shit. Just their chemistry is so good. From start to finish. I just love this movie, man. Just a funny fucking flick, man. Definitely my favorite Cheech and Chong movie. Yeah, when he's teaching them Spanish, he's like, "Hey man, when you go up to hey pendejos," and then they end up in the Mexican family's yard, and he's like, "Hey pendejos."
Stop saying that. Stop saying that.
It's looking cold, man. They have great chemistry. Their comedy is fucking so good, man. So yeah, I definitely had to put a Cheech and Chong movie on this. Yeah, it's one of my favorites for sure, man. It still holds up for me. Mr. Juan Medina, you got all your issues settled, and you're good.
I don't know how it's settled there, but you're gonna have to tell me how am I sounding over there? How's it coming through?
Well, you can't see you, can hear you. This is our comedy.
Okay, good. Well, as long as you can hear me, that's all that matters.
What's he doing behind there?
Next one is gonna be
number 4.
It's gonna be a Scary Movie. My number 4 is Scary Movie.
Ooh.
Great film. Really kind of honored the parody feel that I think you were talking about. Started with Airplane. Dude, just a fucking incredible cast. Marlon Wayans, Sean Wayans. I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. Just a
Anna
incredible
Faris.
cast.
Anna Faris is really good in that. Yeah.
Anna Faris. Just nonstop jokes. Not great takes on other horror films, especially was it fucking Scream? I think was parodied heavy in that film. Was it that one?
I know what you did last summer.
I know what you did last summer.
Yeah.
What's his? I can't remember. Man, you gotta forgive me. I had a nice setup with the full list of the cast, but I'm having technical difficulties. But the hand, man.
That's hand. Part 2.
That sweet little hand. Is that part 2? I'm an idiot.
Part 2.
Chris Elliott.
Yes.
I might be wrong. It might be Scary Movie 2 then. That was my favorite out of those. Will you let me? Will you let me walk it back? I didn't watch it.
Let me do it with my strong hand.
Yeah. So it's yeah.
And Keenan Ivory fucking directed that one.
Yeah. I mean, I feel. Indeed he did. But I'm gonna have to. That's it. I'm gonna just say Scary Movie 2 then. Fuck it. I fucked up.
Controversial list.
That's all I got to say. That's it.
That's awesome. All right, number 4, Joe. What you got?
So mine are like in no particular order, in no particular order, by the way. But mine is I think it's an underrated movie, and it's got a really great cast. Is Airheads with Brendan Fraser.
I still quote that to this day.
I quote that shit all the time. I love it.
That's another one where I would I'd see it on Comedy Central like all the time as a kid, and even then I got the jokes. Like it was just 90s rock and roll, radio stations. Like you kind of got the jokes, like radio stations changing, and then you get older,
and then
but then you got older and you realize like how like dudes are trying to get their demo played. Like once you like start knowing musicians and shit like that, like then you get all those jokes. But the joke that stuck with me for all the years is who would win in a wrestling match, Lemmy or God?
Trick question.
Lemmy is God.
God. Lemmy is God.
But yeah, I think that's a movie that it just holds up. It's got a great cast. It's hilarious. It takes such weird turns. It's just funny to me. And plus it just encapsulates like kind of like 90s rock and roll radio, all that kind of culture going on, win concert tickets, all that kind of shit people used to do.
Yeah, no, it's a great cast. Adam Sandler's hilarious. Stu Buscemi's hilarious in there.
Oh, yeah.
Michael Richards. Like, oh, man, it's a great cast. Man.
David Arquette.
I always wanted to make a hot sauce Uzi gun just from watching that movie. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to see if that would work. Just to spray someone in the eyes. I know it's not good to do, but...
You call him trash.
New techniques at the Fillmore. There you go.
Awesome. Very good pick. Rick, number 4.
I love Airheads, man.
That's a good flick, man. I love that flick, man. Yeah.
It's woohoo. So like I was saying, Doug Kenny. Number 4, man. Fucking Animal House, dude. Animal House. Just everybody's in that. You got Jim Belushi, you got Doug Kenny as Stork. What is it? Oh God, the smart guy. Who? What is it? Tim Matheson. Tim Matheson. Yeah. Peter Reichert, Kevin Bacon.
And of course Belushi.
Belushi, Stephen First. Dude, it's just like how they were talking about like that was their campus life and. Dude, just some of the shit that they were doing in that. It's the hijinks. It's all. I guess it's clean fun, but like when it culminates in the fucking them ruining the fucking town's like parade, and they just take everything. I mean, they just throw everything at you and shit at one fucking time and just fuck everything up. It's like a total mess, which is great, but it works. It's funny. The best scene, Ray, is just like when the dude fucking comes up, starts knocking on the top of the thing, Deathmobile. Who is it? God, you damn well know who it is. I'm sorry, you have to come back later. I'm doing the dishes. All of that shit fucking holds up, dude. So yeah, Animal House, definitely.
Good one. That's a good one. Yeah, I almost made mine too, man. Fuck.
Wow, I told you it was like the final 4, man.
Yeah, man.
This is a hard list.
It's a hard list for sure. All right, so my number 4, Groundhog Day.
Okay.
I love this movie, man. I think it's just the little things in this movie are hilarious. Bill Murray's just the little things he does in this movie. It's kind of almost he's not his full Bill Murray. It's very downplayed his comedy. But it's just the little things are hilarious, man. His reaction to Ned Ryerson, and then when the shit starts fucking repeating and he starts going through this shit, it's just funny as fuck, man. Trying to look at some of the this is the one time where television really fails to capture the true excitement of large squirrel predicting the weather, shit like that. Let's see. Yeah, like when he kidnaps Phil and he's driving with him. Don't drive.
Don't drive angry.
Don't drive angry. Yeah, it's just great, charming movie. I love. I love the writing in this, the directing in this. Bill Murray's like, I love a lot of Bill Murray movies, but I think he's hilarious in this one. It definitely holds up for me, man. One of my favorite comedies of all time. All right, let's see. We got some chats. Devcher, Rick, did you take out the blue bin?
Yeah, God damn it.
Is that a drug reference?
Yeah, pretty much. Colombian
Bad Grandpa was good. That was good. Was it? No, it was Bad Grandpa. Is that the one with De Niro?
Was that Jackass or was that the? That's not the De Niro one, is it?
I think.
What's the one with De Niro?
Which one's Johnny Knoxville?
Isn't it Jackass Bad Grandpa Presents or some shit like that?
There's one with Johnny Knoxville and there's one with Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro with Zac Efron.
They have similar names and I can't remember which one's which now.
No, one's Dirty Grandpa. That's the
De Niro one. Yeah, so Bad Grandpa is a fucking Jackass one's pretty fucking funny.
Okay, so that's a pretty funny movie. I wouldn't put it in my top 10.
Oh, I wanted to watch that. Yeah.
It's one of those. It's like
it's funny. It's like Jackass taken up a notch.
It's like Jackass, but with like they have like a storyline to go to connect up the results. Yeah. It
was all right. Let's see. Juan did his Donald Trump hand signs. Incredible. His hero. Let's see. Sarah North. Hi, Sarah. John C. Reilly's been nominated for a Tony. Wow. # Broadway boy. For what?
Nice.
What has he been nominated for? Which show? I
know he had an Academy nomination for like Best Comedic Album for Dewey Cox.
Oh, really? Lori, I met John C. Reilly at Bimbo's a while ago. He's really tall.
Name dropping. Name dropping. So.
Caddyshack is straight fire. The Dancing Gopher. Come on. Let's see. Hondo again. Caddyshack is fire. Up in Smoke is as well. Let's see. Lori Enmoss has a great soundtrack too. Yeah, very good. Is that a pledge pen? Eric Stratton, Rush Chairman. Glad to meet you.
That was Eric Stratton, Rush Chairman. Damn glad to meet him.
After.
Jackass.
Yeah. I don't know. That's more of a. I was like, that's almost like a documentary, not even like a real.
You know what? Though I'll tell you this: Jackass, the first time through when you watched it, it was fucking funny. But on repeated viewings, I'm not sure if it holds up.
It's still funny.
Not all of it.
No, but there's still ones that are still gross. You're still gross, but there's those ones where like where you haven't seen them in like 5 years, whatever, and you just like pop in the DVD again. And you're like, oh, I forgot about this one, and every now and again you get that one little gem where you're like
the Wee Man when they bungee off the bridge. And fucking dude, that one was fucking hilarious. I still laugh at that shit.
Let's see, Lauren Harley, Flying Deuces. I love Lauren Hardy.
Old school, Lauren Hardy's old school shit's fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, Abbott and Costello too, man. Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein is fucking hilarious, man. That's fucking,
Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis, man. All of those fucking old school fucking pairings used to fucking always crack me up. Like I was like a big KBHK kid. When they would throw on the noon movie, so I was hella happy, and a lot of those old school pairings were awesome.
Yeah, I would watch anything. I didn't have cable until I was like 12, so I watched whatever was on TV. Like, I'm watching that shit.
My dad would always watch the Three Stooges when it came on, or like early in the mornings, And I remember it's like during the summertime when I'd be home with it. Like he owned his own business and opened up later, so I'd wake up and he'd be watching the Three Stooges, and I'd get up and watch the Three Stooges with him in the morning. And I remember thinking that was the most hilarious thing in the world. Like, even just like when it was like them not saying anything and just like beating the shit out of each other, I thought it was hilarious. And it's kind of sad that you can't get to do those kinds of things anymore because everyone thinks that it's like abusive and they're gonna hit each other. Yeah, they're gonna hit each other anyways. I'm sorry. If kids watch it, they're gonna hit each other.
Yeah, if you're an idiot kid that can't, the difference between a cartoon and real, or some, fake violence and real shit. Like you have other issues you have to deal with with your kids. So
don't have dynamite lying around so they can fucking light it up. Okay? Acme bad,
right?
Red's the Edge. Oops.
Okay.
Sarah, it was for True West, Best Actor in a Play. Bill Still, he's a theater guy. Yeah, he's a great actor. Yeah, he's definitely underrated in the acting department. I've seen some of his dramatic roles. He's pretty damn good. Yeah, he's an awesome actor. Yeah, Step Brothers is a good shout though. All right. So we're on our number 3 of your top 5 comedy movies, Mr. Juan. Oh, actually, before we go any further, if you're watching right now, please like and subscribe to the video. Share it with your friends if you want to. If they're geeks and they like hanging out with other geeks, share it. Like the video, please. It helps with the analytics. All right, all that crap is out of the way. Juan, what's your number 3?
Number 3 is Coming to America. Eddie Murphy, obviously, right? Arsenio Hall. All these films. There's so many great comedy films, and obviously like a top 5. It's kind of it's always changing. But Coming to America is a film that means a lot to me because it was my dad's favorite comedy film, and he loved Eddie Murphy, man. And I cannot tell you how many mornings, family events, company parties, camping trips I could count on my dad quoting that film to himself, and the car erupting in laughter. And we weren't allowed to cuss, but we were allowed to cuss if we said, "Good morning, America." Fuck you.
Yes.
Fuck you too. That's how funny that film was. That my dad was like, you can say fuck you if you quote this film. I mean, not only that, man, but just like all the characters that Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall play. The conniving dad. James Earl Jones. I mean, from top to bottom, it's kooky. It's fucking. I love the atmosphere. It's like. It captures that era of New York. The music is banging. The outfits are incredible because it's just like they look like real princes, dude. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, they got the dope African business swag, with the furs and even like, like when Eddie, I can't even forgetting their names, man. I'm so
Arsenio?
bad at names, but when he leaves and he comes back, well, Eddie leaves and Arsenio comes, and Arsenio stays behind. And when he comes back, he's like decked out the apartment, He's in a jacuzzi. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, he's like, dude, you don't get it, man. I'm trying to like be incognito. I want to really meet someone cool. And it's like, it's so relatable. The chemistry is great. The comedic chemistry is great between Arsenio and Eddie. All the little scenes, the barber shop. What was it called? It wasn't McDonald. What was it called?
T Sharp.
What is it?
My T Sharp.
Yeah.
McDowell's.
Oh no, you said the
Douglas's,
haircut.
or what is it?
McDowell's.
The haircut?
No, the fast food restaurant, McDowell's.
McDowell's.
Oh, dude, and then what's the name? The singer with the fucking Jerry curls. Come on, man.
Sexual child.
Sexual child. I mean, it's just there's a lot to process in that film, and it's like some of my happiest memories are watching that film with my dad. So it's definitely top 3.
Yeah, it's I'll be talking about that in a minute. Joe, what's your number 3?
So I'm just going off my list right here that I have. Next one is Ace Ventura, just because it's one of the first movie one. The first one, Pet Detective, is one of the first comedies that I really remember as a kid. Like being able to like quote it and actually remember the movie that I have a really bad memory, but I remember that's like one of the first movies that I can really truly remember. Like Laces Out, Einhorn, everything. Like I remember all of that from being a kid. Like the whole part where he's in the mental institution with the tutu and like
one's in reverse.
Right. Like to me as a kid, that was the most hilarious thing, And I went to this one daycare center, and they would they had this big TV screen in like this big common room that they had, and they would just always play movies for like the whole day, no matter what it was. And Ace Ventura was somehow one of the movies. It was a Christian daycare center, but somehow Ace Ventura made it into this playlist of things that they put on.
Made the cut.
That and like Witches and a couple other weird ones that I like. Okay, that's weird now looking back, but I remember that just being on like all the time, and that to me in being a kid and seeing what Jim Carrey could do with his face and just just his like everything about it as a little kid was just hilarious to me, and like that kind of like cemented like started building up my interest in wanting to be like a funny guy, because I was a shy kid, and like I thought like, well, maybe I could be funny, I can make faces and shit like that. Like,
He was a cartoon character, man.
Yeah, he was
That's
a
the best
live
thing
action.
about him.
He's a live action Looney Tune for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't know Jim Carrey movies made on my list. If you asked me this in the late '90s, it'd probably be all Jim Carrey movies. Yeah, it's a good quote, a good pick on that one. Rick, what's your number 3?
Number 3, Blazing Saddles. Yeah. There's nothing more to say about it. I've been like watching like a lot of. I've seen these movies so many times already that I kind of didn't watch the movie, but what I watch is other people's reactions to the movies. And dude, everybody to a T, everybody loves Blazing Saddles. You get a reaction during every part because a lot of these kids are millennials watching this for the first time, or people who've never seen the movie before. So it definitely still gets a reaction. People are laughing their asses off, which I love because I'm still laughing at the same parts they are, and they're witnessing it for the first time. So it still justifies me laughing at the parts, right? So because they're laughing too. So. It's fucking awesome. Blazing Saddles. Mel Brooks, he wrote it, scored it. I think not scored it, but he wrote all the music, all the lyrics for like all the songs. It was fucking funny, dude. Blazing Saddles.
I'm gonna say till this day, there will be shows I'll be working security at, and all of a sudden I'll just hear someone yell, "Where the white women at?" So
that's usually me. Yeah.
I don't know who is saying it. But...
yeah, I'll be talking about that movie a little bit later too. That's a good pick, really a righteous pick. All right, this movie is I'm pretty sure it'll probably be on somebody else's list too. But this movie's fucking hilarious, man. I rewatched this again the other day. It's so quotable. There's just so many great quotes in it. So many great directing, funny lines. Monty Python in the Holy Grail. Classic comedy, man. It's there's a reason this is still considered one of the great comedies of all time, man. It's just funny fucking lines. Just the Monty Python guys, man. I'm a big fan of British humor. I've always been a big fan of old school British humor, so this was right up my alley back in the day as a kid. I remember watching it as a kid, but really appreciate it more as an adult for sure. Some of the quotes in this shit are fucking hilarious. I'm trying to find the one. Let's see.
Bring out your dead.
Bring out your dead.
I'm not dead. She's a witch.
She's a witch. Burn her.
When he's you tell him he's King Arthur and he's got those Excalibur. He's like, strange women lying in ponds distributed in stores. There's no system for a basis of government. just like
what? Because some watery tart tossed a sword at you.
And when he's fighting the knight, and he's like chopping him off, he's like, "You have no arms." Like, no, I don't. Your arms off. No, it isn't. And just like with the knights that say knee.
I have a friend that can like recite the whole Knights Who Say Knee thing, like from front to start. Dude.
Like your mother was a hamster. Your father smelt them elderberries. Just fucking hilarious, man. And when the fucking rabbit comes out and just starts attacking everyone, I just fucking die, man. So fucking funny, man. Just a funny, clever, fucking written, ridiculous fucking movie, just all over the place. Just don't care about like continuity and whatever, just throwing everything in the wall and just seeing what fits, man. Just a fucking great classic comedy. Let's see. Ooh, we got a bunch of quits. Yeah, man, a hot topic. Everybody loves comedy, man. Let's see. Laura, you're on there. Monty Python, Holy Grail, one of the crates for sure. Tootsie, Ferris Bueller, 16 Candles. Yeah, I like Ferris Bueller, but I don't know if I would consider it like all-out comedy. It's more of a
coming of age dramedy.
Coming of age dramedy kind of.
Yeah,
it's funny. So there's some funny shit in that movie. Yeah, I considered Ferris Bueller, but I couldn't make my all the way. Let's see, Danny, How High? How High is pretty funny, man.
I'll take Friday.
Yeah, Friday was.
Yeah, Friday over How High.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was. Friday almost made my list too. Somebody's got to have the birdcage, right, Sarah? No, none of my list.
You know what? It was part of the Robin Williams bracket, but it didn't make it out of there. So
pretty fucking funny movie. I have to rewatch it. I haven't seen that in a long time.
Great. Nathan Lane's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, he's it's definitely one of his best movies.
The Birdcage.
We were talking about that. Remember Ray the other day, Birdcage? We were saying like, dude, that is a great film, man. It's
Hank Azaria, dude.
I would like to see it again.
Yeah, I need to rewatch it. I haven't seen it in a long time. So yeah, so it's I kind of went with the movies in my collection because those are like mean a little bit more. So if I'll revisit it and probably love it. So I haven't seen it in a while, so I definitely have to. Yeah, no Robin Williams comedies on my. Mrs. Doubtfire would probably be close on there.
Yeah, those are the two that fucking were the highest rated, but they didn't bust out of the bracket.
And I think me and Juan were talking about Good Morning Vietnam? That was fucking pretty goddamn pretty hilarious movie too.
Death to Smoochie.
Death to Smoochie. Yeah, let's see. Richard Pryor co-wrote Brilliant South. Yeah, he was going to be the He was going to be the.
He was sick though, I think.
The studio didn't trust Richard Pryor because during that time he was having some issues, so they didn't want to. It was a Warner Brothers that was like, we can't really trust Richard Pryor as the lead, and this is like a big budget movie in the 70s, so they didn't really trust Richard Pryor with it. But it would definitely been a different movie with Richard Pryor. But I think I like the way they went. I think he played it really well. So it definitely been a different movie with Richard Pryor. But I liked what they did with it and who they got. So let's see, Danny, The Replacements. Which one was The Replacements?
Keanu Reeves.
Oh, the football. Yeah.
Keanu Reeves.
Is it a comedy?
I would think it's a sports comedy.
Yeah. No sports. Yeah, no sports comedies on mine.
I still throw Major League above that.
Major League.
Oh,
yeah,
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Rush Hour is pretty funny. Yeah, it's more of an action comedy. I don't know. Yeah.
I'll throw some other Jackie Chan out. Jackie Chan got some funny ass movies, but Robin, with him and who is it? Chris Tucker.
Yeah.
In Rush Hour. Yeah. I think Jackie Chan got some more funnier things out there than that.
Yeah. Let's see, Sarah. You suggesting Coconuts Migrate? So many lines. There's so many. Like I was going through the list. There's like so many little subtle things in Holy Grail that's just fucking hilarious, man. It's just so cleverly written, man. I've never seen Spam a lot. I'm sure that was pretty funny too. Let's see. Lori, big pointy teeth. Those fucking rabbits was hilarious. Red's the Edge. Any Will Smith movies and comedy? Nah, I don't really find Will Smith all that hilarious. I don't know. Yeah.
Wild Wild West.
Yeah, that was funny on a whole different reason. Let's see, Danny, Three Amigos, man. That one almost
undeniable. Yeah, that's true.
My mom's favorite comedy of all time.
Yeah, that was close. That was that would probably be in my top 10 if I had the top 10 on here. Yeah, Three Amigos was fucking hilarious. They had such good chemistry, all three of them.
Three of them.
Yeah, they work so well together, man. It's just funny, fucking so cool. That movie's so quotable for sure. Spaceballs, man. Spaceballs. I like Spaceballs. Juan was talking about. Me and Juan were talking about Spaceballs the other day. Yeah. Again, doesn't really hold up for you, right, Juan?
I mean, there's some things that are iconic for sure, but there's some things where I'm kind of like,
yeah,
I'm all right.
Yeah,
but I love looking at it. I think it's just fun. I love Star Wars so much. It's fun to look at, them kind of take on Star Wars. So
nostalgic.
Take the piss out of Star Wars for sure. Yeah, it's. I wouldn't mind seeing it coming back to that, but yeah, it's a great movie. Stripes. Yeah, Stripes almost made
on my list. Yeah.
Yeah, Stripes.
I've never seen that movie.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Harold Ramis and fucking Bill Murray and with John Candy. Oh man, it's a great cast, man. Funny movie, man.
Judge Reinhold.
It gets a little like towards the end. It kind of goes off the rails a little bit. But the first hour is fucking comedy gold right there, for sure. All right. So we're going on the big two, the deuces. So Juan, what's number 2 on your list?
Number 2 on my list is Team America. Dude, this film is so fucking good, man. It's just like, number 1, I mean, it's fucking puppets. It's marionettes. Right? Which is just like, who the fuck would think, to use marionettes, right? It's so brilliant. It's out the box. Like, I'm watching the film and I just can't believe what I'm seeing, right? So I'm laughing off that. and then it's in France. It's in Paris, and I'm just like looking at this, and they made a miniature Paris. I think did they make a miniature of Paris? Anyway, it doesn't matter.
My buddy's
Point is,
my buddy's dad worked on that movie. Yeah, they did some elaborate shit with puppets on that fucking movie. It's it's a good shout for sure.
dude, look, my top two films. The reason I picked them is because I'm saying right now what they do is they're not just hilarious, they're not just creative, but they have like some real kind of social commentary. And Team America, man, like I think really it's the whole point of it is dispelling the fantasy that America is the best. You know what I mean? And this idea that we are, we're accountable to no one, that we're infallible. And the way that they handle it is just incredible, man. I mean, they really show the villains are villains, but they also show that Americans are, we're pretty fucking, we can be pretty hurtful. We can be pretty damaging and destructive. But the way it's handled, man, it's just like the profanity, the fucking, all the tropes from action films. But I think for me, the scene that like I can watch over and over and I will always lose my shit is the sex scene. I mean, I saw that shit and I was like, what the fuck is this? Dude, all the positions, dude. Whoever was working those marionettes was horny as fuck, right? like legit, man. That wasn't. They didn't ask him to do it that way. He knew that that's how it had to be done. You know what I'm saying? And then Matt Stone, Trey Parker. Come on, dude. You can't go wrong with those two guys. That fucking script's incredible. The music is incredible. The music. Come on, man.
America,
I can't tell you. You can go to
fuck
any fuck yeah. You can go to any public. You can just be outside. Walk down San Francisco. I dare you. You walk down San Francisco and you yell out America, and people were gonna yell, "Fuck yeah!" And that's just the way that it is, dude.
It's like Pee-wee's Big Adventure all of a sudden.
That's a good pick, man.
It's a powerful film, man. It's a powerful film.
Yeah, it's a one I have to revisit too, man. That's a pretty fucking hilarious, man. Pretty good one. All right, Joe, what's your number two?
So my number two is Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
I had to have a Robin Williams movie somewhere in there, and that's the one I remember as a kid just seeing all the time, just everywhere. I don't know, friends' houses, everywhere you went, someone had Mrs. Doubtfire, and you would watch it. And to me, the coolest part of it was that as a kid, I would recognize things from San Francisco, like, oh, I've seen that thing before. I've seen many other movies where they were in Florida or New York or L.A., and I'm like, as a kid, I'm like, I don't know where the hell that is, But and you see that, and you're like, oh, I've seen the Golden Gate Bridge before. Those houses look familiar,
Yeah.
And then just everything about it. It's a feel-good movie, and you get to really. What I really remember as a kid was the part where he's doing all the voices, and to me, like, I as a kid loved that, and as a kid I used to try to do voices and sounds, like animal sounds and voices all the time, and I was kind of a weird, lonely kid, so I just, I
Weren't we all?
my own. Yeah, I had to practice my own crafts, which were
That's where comedy
voices
comes
and-
from.
Yeah, I had voices and animal sounds I would make, and I still make them now when I'm just bored and I'm talking to people, But as a kid, that's where it comes from, though. It's just just seeing him just be just bust out, just a voice out of nowhere, be like, "Oh, you want to be a hot dog?" He just freezes. It's like, as a kid, that was hilarious to me. Like, oh, that's a hot dog. So yeah, that's definitely in there. I had to throw in a Robin Williams one.
Yeah,
Especially if it's a Bay Area movie, so
it was a drive-by fruiting. Some great fucking lines in that movie. Yeah, that's a good shout, man. It's a good fucking movie, man. Yeah, almost. Yeah, probably be in my top 15 for sure. Effort number deuce.
We're gonna have to do a top 5 San Francisco movies, definitely. Now that we,
yes,
that's a
a
list
good
in
one.
itself. So number 2, dude, Monty Python. Yeah, I didn't want to fucking just overtalk on anybody, because Monty Python. See, when it comes to movies, I like showing movies to people. I like enjoying them with them. for the first time, like if they haven't got to see a movie. And I have a list of movies that I definitely always go to. The last two movies are movies that I always show people. I ask them, like, have you seen this? And if they say no, I'm like, dude, we're throwing that shit on right now. Because I love watching other people's reaction to the movies, and because I still react the same way with them. And Monty Python, every single line is fucking hilarious. You know, there are some people that aren't going to get the humor, and I get it, and it's cool. I'll take into account, you know, who I'm going to show this movie to, because not everybody will kind of understand that kind of humor or get it or appreciate it. But dude, the Monty Python crew, all of those guys are fucking awesome. Like there's like a little musical in the middle. The fact that they have two jokes that he waits to bring it full circle, almost like 53 minutes with the coconuts and the swallows. And then, you know, he asked the guy at the bridge, and the bridge like, well, I don't know. And he gets fucking launched. Fucking Lancelot fucking out of nowhere, just fucking, ha-ha, slashes dude's throat, keeps going. Then you see like
when he goes to the fucking thing,
when he's running to the castle.
Oh, that's the fucking
and they're just like, and then he fucking just, ha-ha! Hey!
He killed him. He killed my brother and my father.
He pushes the kid out the fucking thing. All of that shit, dude. Every single moment of the movie is fucking absurd. Yeah. It definitely is absurd. People get mad because it ends so fucking abruptly after they fucking get arrested.
I love it. I love that.
I love it.
But that's what's so funny, though.
It's so funny. The opening, it starts with the opening credits with the fucking, you know, the people who did the credits were sacked. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, oh, the people who were doing the credits, the people who were supposed to be sacking them, now they have been sacked. And now we send it to like a Mexican animation studio and they give you the fucking llamas with the flashing lights. Dude, the animator dying halfway through. That's why the monster stopped chasing them. It just left and right, absurdity after absurdity, but it fucking works. It's great. It's fucking funny. It holds up. It says John Cleese is fucking great as Lancelot, or what is when he goes to the castle.
The French Knight, yeah, he's fucking hilarious as the French Knight too. Yeah, John Cleese is definitely the go to that fucking movie.
Oh, dude, everything that John Cleese was doing in that shit. Or I forgot who plays Arthur, but he goes afterwards. They do the whole Spamalot thing. He's just like, it's just not. Camelot is a silly place, and they just fucking walk off with the coconut. Dude, that fucking movie, it just makes me smile every fucking time. Fucking Monty Python and the Holy Grail, dude.
Fucking classic. Yeah, for sure. You can quote that shit all day. All right. So my number two. Oh, there they go. Every time I start talking about boxing, mine got to pull Rocky Marciano out of his ass.
Yeah.
Rocky Marciano. Let me tell you, once and for all, Rocky Marciano was good, but compared to Joe Louis, he ain't shit. Coming to America, man. Oh man, it's fucking classic, dude. I love it. It's so quotable. Just that barbershop scene, the soul glow. Just the little lines, man. Just Eddie Murphy not playing like full like goofy Eddie Murphy. Just kind of very, very. He's almost a straight man in this movie, which is kind of a different take on that. And everybody all around him is like kind of the goofy characters. And he plays like Arsenio and him play different characters in the movie. It's just great. I just love the movie so much. And it's the royal penis is clean, Your Highness. Just like a little line like that.
With a sigh. Oh, man. I mean, that movie's so great, dude. I wanted somebody to sing that fucking "She's Your Queen to Be" at my wedding and shit, dude. That'd be fucking great.
I want you to bark like a dog.
Bark like a big dog. I see you're getting along fine. Oh, dude.
Yeah, you see, my son, there's a very fine line between love and nausea. Oh man, so it's such a great comedy, man. I love this movie, man. It's a great comedy, great directed by the great John Landis. Just great cast. Everybody has a great John Amos is hilarious in this. Who's the other guy that I'm forgetting his name? The actor, the fat guy,
Oha?
No, the employee at the McDowell's.
Louis Anderson.
Louis Anderson. Fuck, there you go. Yeah, he's fucking funny in that. It's just a great cast all around. Yeah, I'm gonna move up to management, assistant management. That's where the big money's at. Yeah, just just a great comedy, all time classic, man. I love that fucking movie. Yeah, Coming to America, classic. All right, let's see. Yeah, Juan, I agree with you. Team America scene kills me every time. Yeah, that sex scene is fucking hilarious. South Park, the South Park movie is. I'm glad to see. The problem with the Beavis and Butthead movie was like they went PG-13, they went soft. Like you expect them, like okay, they have a big budget, they got a big screen, they're gonna go balls out, and they went kind of soft. South Park said, "Fuck it, we're gonna use this fucking platform to make the most crudest animated movie of all time we can fucking do," and I appreciated that. It was a pretty fucking good, fucking hilarious movie. Let's see, Hondo. Some Woody Allen movies are good. Yeah, I like Deconstructing
right.
Harry. Let's see, Scenes from a Mall is pretty hilarious.
Midnight
Midnight
in Paris is really good.
Oh,
Yeah.
with
Midnight
Owen
in Paris?
Wilson.
I mean, it's a romantic comedy. But
wouldn't some of
Luke
him
Wilson.
are a lot of
Owen
his?
Wilson?
I
Owen
think it's
Wilson,
Owen. Aren't a lot of his comedies kind of like rom-coms or
Yeah, they're kind of like dramedy comedy.
dramedies? Yeah, I wouldn't say they're flat out comedies.
Yeah, they're funny and they're funny in their own different kind of way for sure. I appreciate Woody Allen's writing for sure. He was a great writer too.
Like like a Wes Anderson.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Fucking Rushmore was almost on my list.
Mhm.
Let's see. Lori. There go Lori name dropping again. The name dropper. Sally Field's office in Mrs. Doubtfire fire was so oh, Lori's so cool. Hondo, Old School. It happened one night. The Apartment, some Chaplin, Buster Keaton. Yeah. Old School. Yeah, that's another thing. With I think it's just Will Ferrell movies, man. They start out strong for me and they kind of teeter off towards the end. But the beginning of Old School, man, when he's at the beginning when he's getting married and like fucking Vince Vaughn is like telling it, don't do it. It's time to go run away.
Earmuffs is great too.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Let's see, Lori, The Apartment for sure. Some Like It Hot. I haven't seen Some Like It Hot in so many years. Goddamn. Lori, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I was thinking about that one. That's probably my top 20, man. That's a funny
That
fucking.
movie's fucking hilarious all the way through, man.
Lori, run away! Sarah, we used to watch Monty Python on days off from band practice at my Christian junior high school. Yes, I had a very cool band teacher.
Hey, another band nerds unite.
Yeah, we can start our own band now. Get us all together. We'll start our band. Very cool band team.
SF Company.
SF Comic Book Company Jazz Band, yeah. Let's see, Hondo, Christopher Guest movies. This is Spinal Tap. Yeah, Best in Show.
Best in Show, man. Holy
Best in Show is fucking pretty cool. Spinal Tap is fucking hilarious, man. That's a pretty good fucking movie. Yeah, it's good. That's a good shout, Hondo. It's a good shout. All right. So let's do the big numero uno. Your favorite comedy, number one on your list. Juan, what you got?
This is hard, man, because I feel like it's a big responsibility. You gotta. I imagine you guys all have great taste for whatever you're gonna say for your number one, and
no, not really.
It's all subjective, man. It's all subjective.
Not really.
Comedy hits you in different ways, man.
I mean,
Yep.
I gotta be honest. The last film that really hit me, that impressed me, by how much I was laughing, but also how smart it was, what the message was, which is what I'm taking into account, right? It's got to be Parasite, man. I thought it was going to be a lot of hype, but I watched that film and it was really fucking funny, man. It was just great to see like comedy from somewhere out of America, like subtitles. It was like I was like, God damn, I can't, if you can laugh at a subtitled film. I mean, it's pretty damn good, man. And just the way that this film, the whole premise of this, right? It's all about class, right? It's about, it's basically class warfare. It's like poor people fucking declaring war on this rich family. And no spoilers, but, poor people kind of win. Or do they? I don't know. Has everybody seen the film? Have you guys all seen it?
Yeah.
I have.
You haven't seen it?
No, I haven't.
I mean, dog, like they straight up, they're poor, man. The main family is fucking poor, you know, and I love that because it's such a high budget film. You know, the director, same guy that directed fucking, you know, Snowpiercer, which I love. You know,
the host too. Right?
I was just super. The host, I was just super impressed, man. You know, I mean, I only seen it a couple of times, man, but it's just like, so it's like I haven't memorized it, but I mean, here's some of the lines that I thought were really good. There's like a line where so basically in the beginning they're all looking for Wi-Fi, right? They don't have
that's a
Wi-Fi,
great scene. Yeah.
right? You know what I'm talking about, Rick. So they're trying to like basically steal Wi-Fi from like a burger place, and then they finally get it from a pizza place, right? And then they go, what do they go? So we're all gathered here today. One related to it is like to celebrate the reconnection of our phones and this bounteous Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? And it's just like, dog, like, you know that there's Americans that are living their lives like that, dog, where it's like the whole family is snatching their Wi-Fi from the Pizza Hut next door. And then
Starbucks Wi-Fi.
The whole fucking
Starbucks.
Dude, that Starbucks Wi-Fi, right? And then, you know, just the whole concept of like, hey man, like, is it okay to trick people that have so much when you have so little? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I mean, it's fucked up all around, dude. There's no real good people in this film. It's just people trying to survive. And so I think, you know, if I was recommending a film to someone that I'm like, yo, you want to watch something that's funny, smart, and it's actually gonna like teach you some shit about the way the world really is, I'm like, you gotta watch Parasite, man, because top to bottom, it breaks down, you know. It breaks down why we elected Trump. It breaks down why we're in the problems that we are right now, man. Greed, lies. It's incredible. I'm sorry if I'm rambling, but it's
the Parasite, the feel good comedy of the year. Yeah.
it's not feel good. It's not feel good, but
no, I get what he's saying. Some of that shit's it's a lot of it's funny, but it's funny because it's true. Yeah, no, it's funny because it's true. Some of the shit that they're doing. You know, it's like they make it funny by the way how they present it. The situation itself is not too hilarious, but the way they approach every situation, it is kind of funny. The family's approach to it.
The Pops is fucking hilarious, man.
The Pops is great.
Yeah, the Pops is cold for sure. Yeah, no, it's good, interesting choice one. I like it. Oh, look at that's the first pick right there. Look at that. Oh, look at that face. Oh, attack dog.
She's vicious.
Vicious attack dog. All right, what's her number one?
Her number one? All dogs go to heaven.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it was hilarious when those dogs went to heaven. So what's your number one, Joe?
So mine is strictly for personal reasons, and it's Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Nice.
So, like I said, I worked at the movie theaters. It was one of my very first jobs in 2008. Worked in the movie theaters at an AMC down here in the South Bay for like 3 months. And for some reason, Forgetting Sarah Marshall played that entire time I worked at that movie theater. Like, and it got decent sized crowds. Like, it usually, like on the weekends, it would fill up halfway. But like during the week, it was dead. And I don't know why. For some reason, it was one of those movies. Well, first of all, it was one of the only movies there was a comedy during that time. And I was an usher. And I would just go in, since the movie theater was empty, I'd just go sit in there and watch the movie. I had nothing else to do. And I had a radio for when other things needed to be cleaned. So just sat there and watched the movie. And I watched that movie so many times. It became a comfort movie to me. And then later on, just like the dude in the movie, I went through a breakup, and I was like, oh, heartbroken, and that became a comfort movie to me. But for some reason, everything in that movie is hilarious to me, like especially Paul Rudd. I'm sorry. Life gives you lemons. When life gives you lemons, fuck the lemons and bail. That has become my life quote. Like, fuck it, just fuck it, just fucking bail. You know.
There's so many great lines in that movie. Like when the dude comes in, he's like, "Are those happy tissues or sad tissues?" Both. It's a great movie. The lines in that movie are fucking hilarious, man. That's a good pick, man. That'll probably make the Dracula musical shit is fucking great.
Oh yeah, dude, everything about that movie, like everyone in it is just hilarious. Kristen Bell, Russell Brand, they're all fucking.
Oh,
hilarious.
Russell Brand is fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah.
I lost lost his shoe. It looks like this one. Oh, it's great. Yeah, it's and when was it Jonah Hill in the restaurant when he's fucking like, trying to get.
Oh yeah, fuck me, right?
He's like, when he comes over, he's like, "Oh, you're just gonna sit by yourself? Do you want like a magazine or something?"
But yeah, that movie is like always just held like I can watch it 100 more times, and every time it'll still be funny to me. Like they're just classic jokes, you know. Like like when the big bartender dude's like naming all the fish, and he's just like, "What's the state fish of Hawaii?" And he just fucking names, "Yeah, bitch." He just fucking names it off. And I'm just like, that's hilarious.
Yeah, no, it's a good flick, man. I love that movie, man. Yeah. Oh, so much inside shit going on right now in Rick's head. I love it.
Fucking like right now, I can't compute. Right now, I'm thinking, Ray, Joe, did he put you up to this?
What?
It's all part of my plan. It's a long history. I don't want to go.
When you hit me for forgetting Sarah Marshall, I'm like, oh, somebody's trolling me hard right now, man. Life is trolling me hard.
That's a great fucking movie.
I love that movie.
Oh, dude, like it's a great movie.
Jason Segel's fucking cold in that, man. That's a good shot. That's a good number one, man. All right, Rick. What's your name?
Watch Dark City, right?
Dark City is your number one?
No. You need to watch Dark City.
Not gonna happen now.
So looks like I picked the wrong week to stop sniffing glue. Looks like I picked the wrong week to stop drinking. Looks like I picked the wrong week to stop taking amphetamines. Dude, Airplane up and down from beginning to end is fucking just comedic. It's comedic genius. Every fucking line. From the opening to the white zone, the red zone is always, you never parking. Don't give me that white zone bullshit. All right, listen here. Like, it just fucking takes it. Him starting the fucking fair, Captain Over going to the wrong fucking phone. No, the white phone. It just all the way up. Kareem getting like drilled by the kid. Captain Over making like those comments to the kid. Billy, do you like movies about gladiators?
I have a drinking problem.
Yeah, I have a drinking problem.
The cab driver, like I was like, I'm gonna wait another 20 more minutes. I'm not here. He's there for like fucking a day and a half.
Dude, fucking the lady fucking with the horse in the fucking bed, and she's like, you know, there's juice in the fridge. You can let yourself out the back door. I was like, what the fuck? Like Captain Kramer, Johnny fucking with the fucking piece of paper and shit. What can you make out of this, Johnny? Ooh, I can make a hat. I can make a pterodactyl. I can make a brooch. Like all of that shit. Dude. All the way till fucking auto, when they fucking hit the autopilot, fucking you have the fucking inflatable doll, then the autopilot's fucking deflating. It was like, what do I do? So the autopilot has a little tube near the belt line, dude, and then you just see the fucking like the fucking inflatable doll just fucking nodding. And Leslie Nielsen walks in. Leslie Nielsen. So the comedic timing of this man, he was like the straight man, but he was just that straight delivery that he had. Are you a doctor? That's right. With the fucking stethoscope and all of that shit. Dude, it's quotable from beginning to end. Anytime I've shown people, and that's why I love this movie, because I could show it to like, you know, like the younger generation, like some kids. I'll just show them a quick fucking clip. And they're like, right from the clip, they're like, oh, I gotta watch this. I gotta watch this. Everybody to a man who's watched this movie, like millennials, all of these people, couples, you can see like the one person who's watched it, they're just fucking like trying to hide their laugh because they already know the setup, what's coming up. You know, like you said, Ray, it's like, what's a hospital? You know, it goes, it's a little patient with a little building with patients, but that's not important right now. Just all of that shit. Fucking strike with the dude's fucking, hey Ted, can I fucking stop carrying this now? He's like, yeah, take 5, dude. He's doing the pain, and the fucking soldier pulls his fucking leg off from behind his fucking head. Yeah, dude. The Zucker brothers, they've done Hot Shots. They did Top Secret, which is also a fucking funny movie, you know, underrated. But, dude, from top to bottom, I could show anybody this movie. Anybody can fucking watch this movie. Kids. Well, maybe not kids. There's certain scenes.
I remember watching this when I was like 4.
Oh, I was a kid, yeah. But
yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny, but then you grow up and will see like, all the other underlying jokes you missed when you were a kid. It's like, oh, this is a whole nother level of fucking comedy.
With cream? No, I take it black. Like my man, the little girl. I was like, and you see the fucking dude just. Oh, dude, all of that shit's fucking great. Fucking dude, take the sight gags with the fucking eggs.
Like the scene where she's inflating him, giving him the inflatable blowjob thing, and they come up, they're both like smoking cigarettes.
They're smoking the cigarettes. But the thing about that scene, dude, he has this look on his face because he's always with a big smile, but now he's just like all chilling.
Yeah.
They changed the fucking face on the doll. Oh man, that movie is like it's a classic. It's a fucking that movie should be a national treasure, man.
Yeah.
I think
that movie is so classic that they constantly like reference it on Family Guy just all the time.
Oh yeah.
Even if it's just like little jokes, they'll just constantly like just throw in airplane jokes all the time.
Yeah, and you could definitely see the influence on on a lot of shit from Airplane. That's definitely there's so many things, like a lot of comedic minds of today, and like a lot of TV and shit. Yeah, for sure. It's a classic, all-time classic.
Granddaddy of all the spoofs, man.
Yeah. I think from like Airplane to like Scary Movie 2, I think that was a great time for parody movie. I think after that, that's when they kind of just and they had
you didn't like Delta Farce with Larry the Cable Guy?
No. That's definitely downhill from there.
No.
All right. So my number one. You got to remember, these people. These are just simple farmers. They're people of the land, the common clay of the New West. Morons. Blazing Saddles, man. I fucking love Blazing Saddles, man. Just Gene Wilder is fucking hilarious when he's making the speech, about how he's not going to shoot anymore, and he's talking about the little kid. Some little kid brought the gun, pulled the gun on him. He said that's when he threw down his gun and he started walking away. The little bastard shot me in the ass. So shit like that, man. Just my name is Jim, but most people call me Jim. Gene Wilder's so good. Hello, handsome. Is that a 10-gallon hat, or are you just enjoying the show? Yeah, she's fun. Madeline Kahn in there.
Madeline Kahn's great.
Lily von Stupp. She's fucking hilarious. Let's see. Fucking Hedley Lamar is fucking hilarious. Like the cast is so fucking funny. He's like, I'm the fastest gun in the West. Oh, your hand looks pretty steady. Yeah, but he puts like, but I shoot with this hand. Oh man. And just the fucking ending where they just go, it turns into a fucking schmoz where they just breaking the fourth wall and just going through the fucking different movie sets. Just like dealing with race and stuff like back then, they were just kind of like, they were making fun of white people, they were making fun of black people, they were making fun of everyone. Like this,
everybody.
No one was safe in this and it was kind of a comedy they needed back then. Like it kind of like, oh yeah, this shit's going on, but we can joke at it and still be together and stuff. So let's see. They just man, it's so many goddamn quotes. I can go to badges. We don't know no stinking badges. Quotes like that. Let's see. I'm trying to find the one.
What do you like to do for fun? Screw? Oh, well, we could play chess.
It's just funny. The cat Slim Pickens in this. God darn it, Mr. Lamar, use your tongue prettier than a $20 whore. just so good, man. The beginning when you sing in the Camptown Ladies, like, I'll sing one of your spirituals, the Camptown Ladies. It's Hedley. I'm trying to find the one. There's so many quotes. It's just it stands the test of time for me, man. I love this movie.
Just pawn in game of life.
Yeah, the shit with Mongo. When he punches when he comes in and punches that horse, man. And the farting scene when they're all sitting around the campfire, like, it's fucking.
I'd say you had enough. Slim Pickens is great, dude.
And you definitely can't make this movie today. There's a lot of like not safe, not politically correct shit nowadays. But this is definitely a movie of its time for sure. But it's still fucking. It's fucking hilarious. I love this movie so much.
It's fucking great.
It's an all-time classic for me, man. It still holds up for me. I love showing it to people that haven't seen it before and like, oh, you haven't seen this movie? Like I love Mel Brooks a lot. Like History of the World Part 1 is hilarious. Men in Tights is fucking great. A lot of his movies are great, but Blazing Saddles is just Young Frankenstein, fucking great. He just has a great run. He one of the great comedic minds of our time for sure. But Blazing Saddles, just fucking classic. I love that fucking movie. All right, let's see. So yeah, that was our top 5, man. A good list, man. Everybody had like different lists. I think there was a couple movies that we all kind of, a couple people had.
Dude, what didn't you get on there?
There's so many. I wanted to put Mallrats. I'm a big Kevin Smith fan. I wanted to put Mallrats.
Yeah, Mallrats.
I wanted to put Trading Places on this list. So
Trading
fucking
Places
bad.
was,
that was another one of mine too. Yeah,
I think it's the funniest fucking Eddie Murphy movie of all time. I
PCU.
love Trading Places. PCU is fucking awesome.
Yeah, just man. There's so many, man. We could have made a top 50. This is so many fucking movies. Airheads was on mine.
Stripes.
Like Half Baked.
Super Troopers.
Super Troopers was on my.
Fuck, I forgot about
Dude,
that.
Beer Fest was on my shit too.
Oh, Broken Lizard and I'm sorry. I all the Broken Lizard. Club Dread is probably my favorite.
Club Dread has a special heart in my heart.
There's always one motherfucker who has the
movies.
shit in the apple pie.
Yeah, fucking good. Yeah, good.
You're the fucking fun police.
Let's see, Lori Austin. Yeah, I think collectively there's a funny movie. I think all three of them kind of blend together.
Too many sight gags.
The first two are better than the third one.
For sure. I think the second one.
Goldmember is my favorite.
Really?
Goldmember is my favorite. Yeah.
Gold.
I love it.
Bong and a
There's
Blitz?
no pleasing you. A pipe in a
His
cape?
Faja.
Bong and a Blitz?
His daddy.
The Fasha.
Okay, I take it back. They're all three. They're all good.
Yeah, they're all good.
Do you remember? Do you remember the song "Daddy Wasn't There"? Daddy wasn't
Yes.
there.
To take me to the fair. Daddy wasn't there.
And then,
Ming T.
and then at the end, he's like, "Daddy wasn't there. Peace." It's just like, it's so weird, dude.
So I Married an Axe Murderer was close on my list too, man. I love that. That's fucking hilarious, man. Let's see. Fish Called Wanda. I haven't seen Fish Called Wanda in a long time. That's a good show too. That's another funny one.
Inner Space.
Inner Space. Alert. Parasite is great, but I didn't see it as a comedy. I guess really dark comedy. Well, looking back on it, there was some fucking hilarious fucking moments in that.
Throw Mama from the Train, man. If we're talking dark comedies.
Let's see. I love Rushmore, but part of my all-timer is Weird Science. Yeah,
Weird Science could have been on my list, but it's that John Hughes coming of age kind of dramedy, funny sci-fi kind of shticky. It's a great movie.
Yeah, the Jerk was definitely up there for me. It's
Little Shop of Horrors.
Ooh, Young Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, I definitely had to put a Mel Brooks movie on there. But
Blazing Saddles came out of the Mel Brooks bracket.
Yeah.
See, there are so many movies I just forgot. Like, I don't know why. Like, I just drew a blank when you said top 5 comedy movies. Like, it just everything I knew just disappeared. Yeah. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, and then I would think of one like, oh shit, that one's fucking funny too. Oh, that one's funny too.
Coming to America could have easily made my list, man. That's a fucking funny ass fucking movie. I'm just glad we didn't go into comedies, like comedy routines, because like Delirious and Eddie Murphy Raw definitely would have been right in there.
Delirious is my favorite stand-up. Yeah.
George Carlin for me, but
any specific one or?
Well, the words you can't say. Like, I remember being a little kid, like, hearing that, because I remember getting the CD from, like, the library, just somehow. They had, like, CDs you could check out. And I remember being, like, 13 years old and thinking that was the most hilarious thing. Like, all the words you can't say, and he just blasted off all these cuss words. And I was like, oh, my God.
Yeah. He's definitely one of my favorite stand-ups of all time, man. Yeah, I got to see him live in Vegas a couple of years before he died.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was like one of my favorite comedy shows I ever got to see. All right. Yeah, man. Let's see. We got a couple more. Lori, LA Story. Is that funny? I can't remember.
No, that's more of a rom-com. That's more of a rom-com.
That's a rom-com, but
it's a rom-com to me. It's funny.
Steve Martin, so.
More like that's why a lot of rom-coms didn't make the list, because it wasn't. We were trying to steer into like a certain just straight comedy.
We're going Steve Martin. Was it Bulworth? No, not Bulworth.
Bulworth was fucking hilarious.
Bulworth.
What was that movie he did with Queen Latifah? He was actually fucking that movie was funny. Bringing Down the House.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah, he
something
was
like
actually
that,
fucking
yeah.
funny in that movie,
What-
dude.
what-
That was-
I'm
my
surprised they
dad
make my
loved
list.
that movie.
yeah, fucking
Here's a-
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I'm surprised I didn't put that one. That's a
No,
Yeah.
That's a great fucking movie.
Father of the Bride, man. Come on, dude. That was a
Great
great film.
Outdoors.
I hear a lot of Father of the Bride,
Great
man. I don't know.
Outdoors.
People jump
Great
on it.
Outdoors.
Well, hey,
man.
you know what? What I can't believe nobody mentioned is none of the National Lampoons, dude. None of the fucking. Because come on, Vacation.
Okay, you know what I had a big problem with? It was Vacation. I really wanted to put that on here, but the one that I fought so hard that I was like, dude, this is gonna be my Cinderella darling pick, but it couldn't make it in. Police Academy. Fucking Police Academy. I fucking crack up through all of that. I mean, I know it's stupid funny, but it's the best fucking stupid funny there fucking is, dude. It's like 1 through 4. 5 has some great parts. 6, there I'll take a small amount of parts, but 1 through 4 definitely a fucking I'll ride with those.
Yeah, no Judd Apatow, man. Yeah, 40-Year-Old Virgin is fucking hilarious, man.
40-Year-Old Virgin is great, dude.
Yeah, that's probably top 15 for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and funny people. If you cut that last like half hour, 45 minutes of that movie, it's a pretty goddamn funny movie too. But it's turned like the last half hour turns into like a family drama, and it kills the momentum of that movie.
Happy Gilmore.
This is the end is pretty good. I mean, this is
the
the end.
fucking
That's
hilarious.
I was gonna say this is the end, but I wouldn't know if that was like a horror comedy or
Yeah, that's fine. I think that would be more comedy. I would think that would be more.
It's kind of dark comedy.
because that and Hot Fuzz I wanted to throw in there.
Yeah,
like,
I was
those
thinking
are
about
two
Shaun of the
where-
Dead. One of mine too.
Dude, that scene where the guy's like, he's like, let me in. He goes, oh, we don't know this guy. What if he wants to come and titty fuck me? You know, titty fuck you so you fucking love it.
Super bad.
You know,
Super bad. It was
Oh,
almost.
yeah.
Yeah, super bad. Tropic Thunder was
Oh,
super
Tropic
close.
Thunder. Oh,
we talked about it.
Super
I love
close
that
on my
movie.
We
list.
talked about
Yeah.
it.
That's
So
probably
I
top
didn't-
10.
I didn't realize that was Tom Cruise the first time I watched it.
neither did I. Neither did
I
I.
watched it and I was like, "Who
This
is
is-
this guy? He's hilarious!" And then I watched the credits and I was like, "No fucking way!"
Yeah.
No. And then I really looked and I was like, "Holy shit, it's Tom
Yeah.
Cruise!"
And go back and then you watch the performance, it's even better and shit.
Mhm.
It goes, hey, where's the grip here? I want you to punch him in the face really fucking hard.
Yeah, no, that movie, yeah, everybody like Jack Black is hilarious in that shit. Yeah, I'm gonna do all the fucking drugs in the world. Like, it's all fucking coked out and shit.
What do you mean, you people? What do you mean, you people?
Thanks to Ray. If you guys got the fucking Blu-ray, if you guys ever get the chance, definitely listen to the fucking commentary. I fucking watched it with him. We were fucking dying. Like fucking who is it? Robert Downey Jr. fucking is doing it. He's doing the whole commentary as Kirk Lazarus. And then he doesn't drop doing the commentary until the fucking credits, and then he's RDJ again. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, you guys
Because
gotta
you
watch.
mentioned that in the movie, you said I
Alright.
don't drop character until they do the.
I'm gonna check that out then.
Yeah, you gotta check that out, man.
I love watching like if you see like if you want to watch some commentaries, watch the Kevin Smith ones with Clerks, Mallrats, and Dogma, and Chasing Amy. Those are some fucking hilarious. Like even the Clerks, like Jason Mewes passes out midway through, and he's like drunk on the floor, and they're like fucking like they're talking shit to him. It's so good. See Galaxy Quest. Galaxy Quest is pretty. That's a pretty good.
Hella quotable, that movie, dude.
Yeah, that's a good one. Hondo, Dazed and Confused, not really a comedy, but of a great life. Yeah, that's more of a that's one of my favorite movies. That's in my top 5 favorite movies of all time, but didn't make
Comedy.
didn't make my list because it's
I mean,
more
it's-
comedy. It's
Coming
funny.
of age.
I don't know. I don't consider that like a pure comedy. It's more of a
Yeah, it's one of those like you said, coming of age movies where you like people like there's a moral behind everything that's going on. Yeah,
It's
there's
funny.
fucking shit, but
Yeah, it's funny, but I'm not really putting it up against like a Dumb and Dumber, you know,
yeah,
as far as flat out fucking like balls to the wall, just laughing out loud.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. This was a good list, man. Like everybody's list was a little different. We had a couple of similarities, but it was mostly different all around. I like it. It was good. Good list. Good discussion. I like that. All right. So let's jump. First of all, like and subscribe. Share with your friends the video if you haven't. If you haven't already, please like the video. Right up there, the little thing. So you got one. Let's use this one. So hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. Share with your friends. And comment if you're watching the replay of this. Hey, tell us some of your favorite movies, some of your favorite comedy movies, man. I think it's and you asked the same question in a couple years. It'll probably change. It'll probably be different. The older you get, you appreciate different things. You find different things funny, so. Comedy is just like everything is subjective, and it just depends on where you're at in life, really. So yeah, a fun discussion. All right, so let's jump into our pool list, man. Pretty much pool list is stuff you picked up during the week, recently. You want to talk about something you watched, listened to, bought, anything you want to feel like talking about. So Juan, we'll start with you, man. What's on your pool list this week?
Pull list. I think I sent it to you. I don't know. Can you share stuff on your screen? Can you use it?
I can't.
You don't know how to do it?
I don't. Next time, pre-send it to me, then I can have it set up. Really, like it's
to show what?
Okay, I got you. I picked up a classic fighting game I really love. It's called Samurai Showdown 2. I picked it up on the PSN network. It's like $6 or something like that. It's fucking great, fun game to play. It's one of those rare fighting games that you can actually play by yourself, and you'll be like, oh, this is fun. You know what I mean? There's a lot of fighting games where it's like it's only fun if you're fighting against somebody. Yeah. But the computer is so good. It's annoyingly tough. So it's challenging enough, and the graphics are fun. The music's great, and it's pretty simple, man. It's just a nice, simple fighting game to get down with. Feel like you're in the 90s.
Does that game have the little old man with the fucking the smoking pipe, nicotine? Is that the one?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I fucking that game is dope. I used to use nicotine.
He's badass. Yeah. Yeah. What, man? He's a quirky character, man.
Yeah, that's the first guy I learned how to fucking use on there because my brother knew how to play him, so I just started messing around after he taught me some moves with him. But yeah, nicotine used to be my favorite character.
But real quick, dude, the thing that I love most about the game is, Rick, I don't know how much money you used to spend on arcade machines, but I used to spend a ton. Much. So, dude, when I can buy a game that I would spend like $10 on at a time for $5, I feel like a champion, dude. I feel like I'm winning.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel. Yeah, you definitely you play those old arcade games. Oh man, I don't have to. I just wasted $20, but no, you don't have to do that anymore. It's great. It's a good time we're living in. All right, anything else, Juan?
Yeah, I've been watching Netflix's best leftovers ever. It's like this cooking show where the contestants are challenged to make different type of meals with leftovers, and I'm just like, man, this is my shit, dude. I love using leftovers to make something new, something delicious, something that tastes fresh. And these people get down. There's a couple of them where I'm just like, maybe I just don't like the person or the meal isn't that impressive, but generally speaking, I'm like, yeah, it's like a great way to learn hacks, how to like use those leftovers, and it's really funny too. There's some funny stuff that goes on in there. Great sets. Everything looks like all the tables look like huge Tupperwares, so it's pretty cool.
Which one is this?
This is Netflix's best leftovers ever.
Okay.
Hey man, you get creative with some of those leftovers, man. Fuck. Now it's got me hungry. All right, cool, awesome one. All right, Joe, what's on your pull list this week?
There's not anything. I didn't get it this week, but I got it recently. Something I ordered a while ago. It's from NECA. It's the Toka and Razor.
Dope!
You can see it.
Yeah, dope.
I'm trying to get non-glare a little bit.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
From Secret of the Use.
Yeah. I ordered that back around my birthday in August. And I waited for months, and I see the people online all the time posting like, "Where's my shit? Where's my shit?" And I'm just like, one of those guys. I order shit. I'm just like, if I kind of have faith in people. If it becomes too long, then I'll be worried about it. But it's only they said it was going to be late November till it got here, so I just got it last week or the week before. I haven't opened it yet. I've been dying to open it and just play with it because I've seen people. Well, the articulation and shit that it has with it, I'm one of those guys. I like to open figures. I love to play with them and pose them, and I I like to experience my figures. I don't like them being in boxes. I get them out of their cages. That's a prison. Like, I like to play with them. I'm still a kid, so I want to play with my figures.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to unbox those. Yeah, I've had those for a while. I mean,
That's
I've been
awesome.
waiting for those for a while, but yeah.
I wonder
actually,
that Super Shredder, man. Fuck.
oh, I'm so mad. I saw the pre-order up and I didn't do it. I had the money and I was like, you know what? I'm going to be responsible. And now I'm like, fuck responsibility. What the fuck was I thinking? But the funny thing is, so I had the Rezar figure like from the toy line that came out when the movie first came out. So I have an actual like Rezar figure from like when it came out, like the little smaller one at home, some like in my mom's house in a Tupperware bin somewhere. You know, I got to get it out and pose it with this one. That would be so freaking awesome.
Small child.
Yeah, pretty much. Just have them like pose next to each other.
Before and after. That's awesome, man.
That's just NECA, the ooze.
NECA does a great job, man. Their figures are amazing, man. They, you know, for the price point too. Like, there's a little more high end figures, but for the price point, their quality is really good, man. I love their figures, man. Yeah, their turtles. Their turtles are probably some of the best Ninja Turtles ever produced. Really.
The problem is, like, I've heard on some things online, especially, is like when they do Target and like the exclusive Targets and Walmart exclusives, that when they go up on sale, well, bots and scalpers and everyone get them offline, then they have to go to third parties and eBay and everything. But like, this weird thing is, I got this directly from NECA, no problem, and everyone was still bitching about it afterwards. Like, why couldn't I get it? I'm like, my dumbass seemed to get it. Why couldn't anyone else?
It's about time you get in at the right time, and you get, you know, sometimes you get lucky. Yeah, no, there's definitely like a in the fan toy community, like in the GI Joe. Groups I'm following, like trying to get the new GI Joe classified figures are a pain in the ass. I lucked out and got a Firefly a couple weeks ago, and that's like a hot figure. You can, but the pre-orders, like he says, the bots and the scalpers get to them, and so they've been kind of regulating, and been kind of getting better, like kind of like limiting like things to like only one or two per person, but still, they have computers set up where they can buy multiple shit, and it sucks when you just want the figure and you don't want to pay 4 times the retail price for a figure that should be just $20.
I was gonna say, even with like the Marvel Legends figures, like people were bitching about not finding certain things online, and I go to my local Target and they had like the Xavier Magneto 2-pack, like they had like 10 of them deep, just right there.
Yeah,
and just bitching about not being able to get them online. I'm like, well, hey, I can send them if you really want to.
Go out and look. Yeah, look out for some GI Joes from me. It's definitely like different parts of the world have different things. Different parts of the country get orders in first, and then because I'm part of like wrestling figure groups and shit, and like the AEW figures are out right now, and those are hot, and people are looking for it. In certain parts of the country, they're everywhere, and you come over here, they're
only at Walmart, right?
Yeah, they're Walmart right now. I think they're going to start showing up at Target. I think within the next month. So they're not exclusive to Walmart anymore. So
good, because I hate Walmart.
They're an evil corporation. They have some cool shit cheap shit. But yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it sucks when you want these figures and you don't want to. I'm at this point where if I don't get it, I don't get it. If I'm not going to pay extra. If I really want the figure, I'll pay the extra. A couple bucks if I really really want it, but if it's something I want, but I'm not gonna pay like that much. I have a bunch of shit, so like missing that one figure is not gonna ruin my collection. Not gonna be like, oh, I don't have that one thing, so my collection is ruined. So I've got to that point in my life.
Cool. If anything, I'm better off not getting it.
Yeah. I don't have to worry about finding a place for it. I don't have room, money. I can save a couple bucks, so it makes sense. All right, Joe, got anything else on your pull list?
No. To be honest, I've mostly just been watching old shit that I've been watching before, and true crime shows, and playing Call of Duty. Like, for some reason, I haven't played Call of Duty in like 12 years. And then my roommate, I just moved into a new place recently, and my roommate's been playing Call of Duty. I'm like, you know what? I'll check it out again. You know what? And I'm actually not bad at it now. Like before, I used to suck, and I used to have 10-year-olds talking shit to me, calling me like all these mean names. And now I get to be mean to them. And it's pretty cool. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But
he just hunts them down and fucking shoots them over and over again.
Tell them Bob Strike Back.
I try to give them wisdom, like, guys, it's just a game. And they're like, fuck you. I'm like, okay, cool. That's fine.
The toxicity of gaming.
Yep, it ruins.
That's mostly why I stopped doing it. Was just because it just wasn't fun. Like, yeah, you can kill me, fine. Yeah, let's just have fun. Oh yeah, you got me, I get you. But when I start like killing people and they start calling me names and shit, I'm like, can't you just admit like this one time I beat you? Like,
no, they need friends badly, dude. That's what it is. Sometimes they have nobody to play with.
I didn't have friends, and I didn't come out that way.
They're gonna troll you, and all of a sudden you're their friend. It's like, no, I'm not your friend. You're trolling me, you asshole.
I'm not gonna be friends with a 10-year-old. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're bad.
All right, so I'll go next. So I've been watching. I watched some Tiny Toons on HBO Max, man.
Tiny Toons? The whole thing does.
Specifically the music episodes when they had the music video episodes, man. Oh, those were great, man. They Might Be Giants. They played some old school Aretha Franklin. Like they had some great like little mini videos, like these like songs from like the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Like as a kid, like I wouldn't like I remember hearing these songs from other people, but on a cartoon show, I thought it was great. They did.
Is this the original Tiny Toons?
The original Tiny Toons, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I watched that as a kid, yeah.
Yeah, and just great. Like I was watching like the music episodes. I was like, wow, I remember like loving this shit. Like I never heard of They Might Be Giants, but they had a couple songs on there. I was like, oh man, like Istanbul and Particle Man. I was like, oh man, these are great. I remember when they played at my at the Fillmore. And I was like, oh, man, I know those songs, man. Tiny Toons, man. Play Istanbul. Great. So, yeah, it's cool to revisit. I love the fact that they have these old cartoons on there, man. I can revisit this stuff. And some of it holds up, some of it doesn't. But Tiny Toons was a fun show back in the day. So, been watching that. I've been playing a lot of Scott Pilgrim. This just got re-released on the Switch. It's also on it's PS4, I believe, too, right? They actually have a physical copy. I'm tempted to buy, too, but you can download it. It was a great game. Came out, 10 years ago, I believe, right around the movie time, and it was on PS3, I believe, Xbox 360.
Xbox, yeah.
Yeah, and I remember loving it back then. The soundtrack is amazing. The music is fucking really good. It's kind of a remake. It's kind of a homage to was it
Streets of Rage?
Streets of Rage. What was the other?
Oh, it's the band that does it is Anamanaguchi.
River City Ransom.
River City Ransom and Anamanaguchi. What the hell is the name?
Anamanaguchi. They're the ones that do the music for the game.
It's amazing.
Actually played. I actually worked one of their shows at August Hall, like right before the pandemic and everything. Yeah. And they had like a whole game expo and everything before. Like that's sick. They had like a big fucking crowd. Like I'd heard of the name but didn't know exactly what it was, And then I just saw like what it like working the venue and seeing what it was like. They had like a whole little game and thing, like gaming expo and everything before, and then we'd like clear it out, and then they'd come back in and they had like their whole show, and it literally just sounds like I watched the trailer for the Scott Pilgrim game. The whole concert just sounded like that pretty much. I'm not gonna lie, it was just like like. Yeah, but it was actually a good show. I'm not gonna lie, for what it was. It's not bad.
The music is definitely a great part of it. Like the game, it's fun. It's definitely a throwback. It has like so many little Easter eggs to like old gaming. It's just a fun game, man. I'm a fan of the comic. I love the comic. I love the movie was great. And the game was great. So it hit the trilogy of cool shit, like a good movie, good game, good comic. So definitely. It's only like $14 on online. So if you're bored and you want something to play, it goes pretty quick too. You'll probably beat it over a weekend. It's not like super complicated. But it's a throwback. It's just a wonderful game. It's so nostalgic for it. I love it. It's a fun game. It's a multiplayer game too. You can play with multiple people if you want to sign up for Ubisoft, but I don't want to do that. Also,
this is I want to play the game. All he has to do is sign up. I bought the game, and now he's not gonna fucking sign up. So I pretty
Well,
much.
you
bought
didn't
a
tell
game
me you
for
had to
nothing.
sign up for Ubisoft. Like, just because you're the asshole that got Ubisoft already because of fucking Assassin's
I was already playing Assassin's Creed. I'm sorry. I want to play the fucking game.
And what
That's
what
all I
was your
wanna
code? Like, you wouldn't have downloaded it, or you wouldn't have to sign up for Ubisoft if you didn't have to. And
do. I don't know.
Me
To
too.
play online, you have to sign up for Ubi. You have to have an Ubisoft account. That's the way Ubisoft does shit. So does EA for that.
Yeah,
for
that's
that matter.
bullshit. I hate that shit.
And Activision. I think,
And Activision. Everybody
Yeah.
wants you to do that shit because that's just
What's your info?
it sucks. That's just the way gaming is these days. If you're gonna game online.
I'll fucking sign up for the stupid Ubisoft. God damn it. Knives out, bro. All right, and last on my pull list, I picked up this omnibus at the great Amazing Fantasy, Frank. This is the third omnibus for the Chris Claremont X-Men. This is 154 to 175. It also has the God Loves, Man Kills, which is a great story. It also has the first Wolverine limited series. So it's just a great. Also the Magic limited series. So great run of books right there. Just great stories. Got that Wolverine right there. Some classic issues. This is like the first appearance of Lockheed. You got the Starjammers in there. The Brood. Just some great stories, man. I'm so glad to have this. Luckily I got this at Frank's and Amazing Fantasy. A great collection. I'm trying to build. I'm trying to get all the Chris Claremont X-Men books. One of my favorite writers of all time. One of the classic runs of X-Men. So this just came out. This is I think the direct market edition with that Paul Smith cover right there. So I'm catching up to Dr. Omnibus slowly but surely. Great. Super excited to get into that, man. I've read most of these stories, but I'm glad to go back and read some more of them. Fills in some of the gaps I've missed. So can't wait to get into that. Effort, what do you got, man? What's on your pull list?
So I just bought a download of the new game called Lumines. It's like that puzzle kind of a game. It's like a Tetris. But the cool thing about it, it's like beat related. So anytime you switch the pieces around, it gives you a different sound, and it's like you're adding to the beat of the music that's already playing. You kind of try to rack up as many conjoined pieces, and they'll all bunch up, but you can't cash them out until it reaches the downbeat of 4. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. But depending on the speed of the beat, you could be dropping a whole bunch of things, but you're just going hella slow. So you have to play pretty good. It's a good mind fuck of a puzzle game and shit. So Lumines. Also, I started watching that the Night Stalker series on
How's that?
on Netflix. It's pretty good. It's kind of a little misleading. They probably should have called it The Case of the Night Stalker, because all I'm seeing is pretty much just the detectives, like going through the case, and just little things with like the news reporters. I'm sorry, man, but news reporters, you guys are some assholes. For if cops are trying to catch people, especially like a murderer or a serial case killer, I understand that you guys have a duty to report, your news, but you guys are gonna fuck up their investigation so you can do your job. That's kind of bullshit. You guys are fucking almost like aiding and abetting at that point if they can't catch a killer because you're kind of like tipping them off.
So have you seen? There's a series. I think it's on Netflix. It's
American Horror Story.
No, Trial by Media.
No.
It's like it's a. Goddamn Siri. It's a series, but it's basically a series of stories where the media probably influenced the trial in one way or another. Like there was one of like the game show killer, or not the game show killer. There was a dude that like was exposed on Jenny Jones or something.
Oh, I seen that. I know the case on that one.
Yeah. And there's a few other ones where it's like everything is everything could have been persuaded just because of the media's perception on everything, and it's actually a pretty good little series if you have time to watch it.
I'll check that out.
Yeah, it's called Trial. I think it's called Trial by Media or something like that. But it's a pretty good little series where they have little things like that. So yeah, check that out.
Trial by Media. All right. Yeah, if you haven't seen the Night Stalker thing, you probably should check it out, because it's like a lot of interesting things when it comes to like how these detectives caught him. And what I kind of like, it's that old fucking grizzled kind of cop kind of guys who kind of took him down. It was like one upstart young detective. He was like in his mid-30s, but it was like this one guy. It's pretty much the guy who went after the Hillside Strangler. That's what he got famous off of. And then he goes to chase fucking, Richard Ramirez. But I mean, if you guys want to have more fun, and we're talking about Night Stalker, and it's pretty macabre shit, and I'm saying fun. But if you guys want to have more fun, watch American Horror Story 1984 because Richard Ramirez is one of the characters in that. It's actually pretty.
That's a good one.
Yeah, right. It's pretty.
It's one
fun.
of the better seasons of that.
Dude,
series.
that slasher season. That's the only reason I watched it and it fucking held up. It's great. It was great.
I mean, it drags a little bit, but it wraps up. I think that's one of the few seasons where it actually wraps up nicely. Like every season of American Horror Story starts off strong, and then in the middle it's good, and then the end it kind of just fades off. But like this one, it wrapped up really nicely compared to the other ones. I felt.
So if you watched them all, they say that Richard Ramirez was in another one too, right? In the hotel one.
I didn't finish the hotel one. I'm not gonna lie. So.
Just asking. Okay, all right. But yeah, definitely. If you guys haven't seen the Night Stalker stuff, and like Joe said, Trial by Media on Netflix. I like true crime stuff, and those should be.
So do I. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. All right, cool. I guess we can run through hidden gems real quick. Let's see. Juan, you got any hidden gems for us, man? Hidden gems, pretty much a guest show.
Yeah, I got them.
Something cutting in your collection, something you want to show off, something, whatever you want. Whatever you want. Juan, what do you got?
I got something. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go grab it.
Give me 1 second.
There you go. Everybody go grab their hidden gems.
Okay, so I'll go first then because I can just grab it right here.
All right, go ahead, Rick.
So the first thing,
grab it.
So for my Secret Santa at work, somebody was just one of the guys at work, Johnny Action Figures. The guy's got hella figures on fucking thing. It's good to have. So he got me the Skylinks from the Hasbro toys.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, these are pretty cool. I mean, I like that the fact it's like two Transformers in the one package. And right now it's separate, but Skylinks does combine at the same time, to form a bigger Transformer. I just thought it was kind of cool.
That's awesome, man. Yeah.
It's probably like for the Secret Santa, like at work. This is probably the best gift I've ever gotten. So this one's pretty awesome for Secret Santa.
For you, Rick. Fuck.
No, for Secret Santa, that's awesome. I have
Islands
for Secret Santa. Okay, sorry guys. Go ahead.
That's incredible. Yeah,
I love Skylinks, man. He was a great character in the cartoon. The original cartoon, he was just like a pompous fucking asshole. He was such a dick, but he's a great character. I love Skylinks.
I think is he in the new Transformers cartoon, the CGI one that's on Netflix?
Yeah,
he's great.
He's a great. Yeah, he's a great.
All right.
Did you watch that?
I did watch it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it a lot, man. Yeah, it was cool. It's quick too. It's so short. Like fuck. I definitely want to see some more of it. Yeah, the great little ending too. Go ahead, Juan. Sorry.
So I got these. I used to be a real big shoe collector. Now I just I still have shoes, but I'm not into it. I used to be what they would call a hype beast. Wait in line, collect rare shoes. But this is probably like the best shoe that I kept. This is called the Nike Dunk SB. The Lucky. Only 770 pairs.
Damn.
It was made. They could have made more. I don't know. I looked up online how much these go for. No bullshit, like $1,700, $2,000. I forgot about them, dude. I just bought them and I was like, they're super dope. Whatever. But yeah, man, they're pretty close to new. I mean, they're not brand new. They're not. There's a term, dead stock. They're not dead stock. They're pretty close to new. It's great shoes, man. Just fucking cool design. It's got the gold. It's got the fucking nice camel brown. It's got the nice green too. You can see a little 7 in there, written in there, the Lucky 7. And then there was another one that was made with it, which called the Unluckies, which has number 13 on it. But yeah, man, just super fucking. It was like I forgot. I left in my old apartment, and I opened it. and I was like, oh, it's like a blast from the past. Old Nike SB box, size 12. That's what I got.
That's dope. When'd you get those?
What do you got, Josie?
I said, when'd you buy those?
I bought these, man, when they came out. So, I don't know, early 2000s, mid 2000s.
Okay.
You know, like anywhere from like 2003 to like 2006, maybe.
Yeah. How many
I'm not
times?
sure.
How many times you actually wore them?
Shit, man, I could probably count on my hand probably 5 times,
Yeah.
and every time super aggressive. Just like make sure because people go out of their way to step on your shoes, dude. People are haters, man. Oh, that was an accident, really? Because I go throughout 362 days of the year, no one steps on my feet. All of a sudden, I'm wearing these rare sneakers at a fucking, and everybody's clumsy. It's just nah, dude. People are disgusting, man. When they see you wearing some shoes that they want, they go out of their way to fucking. Everybody's got size 19 feet all of a sudden. It's no
Got them
good.
shacks. Awesome. Joe, what you got?
All right, so this is just some artwork that I picked up from an artist that I follow on Instagram recently. It's
that's dope.
Fucking sick.
That's fucking
Mars Attacks. There's that one. I got a couple of
Love
them.
it.
So,
Who's the artist?
Stephen Luros Holiday.
Mm.
But there's Groot.
Great name.
That's fucking beautiful, man. That's nice.
And if you guys saw this movie Trick or Treat, one of my girlfriend's favorite movies.
Oh, dope.
Oh,
So-
that one again from the top.
From the top.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah,
that's great,
that's
man.
sick.
Did you buy them framed or you picked up the frames?
No, so he sells them separately. I had to buy the frames themselves, but it's an investment. But
Yeah, that Mars Attacks one is amazing. I love that Mars Attacks.
no, yeah, and I just recently he just put one up for pre-sale today or yesterday. He has Jason one from I think it's the He Goes to Manhattan one. It's got like rats and skulls beneath him. It's all pink and it's like black light, fluorescent black light. And there's like a Tarman from Return of the Living Dead.
Oh, that
So he's
one's
got
good.
those two up right now that are up for pre-sale.
What's his name?
Steven.
Holiday?
So Steven, STEVEN LUROSHOLLIDAY.
Okay.
But yeah, he does a lot of horror. He does like a bunch of different types of movies.
He's got
That
a
Jason one's
great
sick.
fucking stab poster.
Yeah.
Man.
So I just ordered the Jason one. The stab one I wanted to get, and I slept on for like 30 minutes too long and lost out on it completely.
The
Oh,
Crypt
he's
Keeper
not-
one looks sick.
Yeah, he's not going to do the stab one again, I don't think. But
oh, man, I like that
But-
Jason one a lot, man. That's
Yeah.
so sick. Oh man, that's dope. I'm
I haven't
following
seen
you.
it.
But yeah, so like check
Oh,
him
that
out.
one's sick. Yeah.
It's great artwork. If you guys want to put it up in your place, whatever. But
I
I've got a
don't
few
have
of
any
them.
room.
You'll make room.
Life finds.
Where'd you-
Oh, dude,
where'd
they
you
got
get
a
the
great
frame?
fly one. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Where'd you
dope.
get the frames?
The frames are. I had to order them from Art to Frames just because the size that they are, I couldn't find them anywhere
Yeah.
else for a good price.
It looks like an art, but yeah, odd size.
Art
Yeah.
to, Art to Frames, they'll make
gonna
them. They
link this
basically
to the
just make
fucking-
them for you and
Oh,
send
that's
them
cool.
to you.
Oh, you just give them,
Yeah,
give 'em a measurement, and that's
Yeah,
cool.
they have all different like measurements and different colors and shit that you can choose from, and
Oh, that's
you
cool.
can basically tell them what you want, and they'll like make it and send it to you. I'm pretty sure. So
Oh, that's pretty dope. I like
Yeah.
that.
Great.
That's awesome.
yeah,
Very cool. Awesome. Dope. All right. So my hidden gem. These came out a few years ago. Two of my favorite characters from the Kevin Smith universe. These were in action figures. They're basically just figures that didn't have no articulation. These came out a few years ago. This was a convention exclusive Brody Bruce holding the little Dixie cup. One of my favorite characters from Kevin Smith movies, and my second favorite character, Randall. So these are based like on the cartoon designs, the Clerks animated series. So this
I have those on DVD. I fucking
No,
love
that's
it.
great.
so good, so hilarious. Yeah, I wish it kept on going, but we got 6 episodes of a great cartoon series. But in action figures, man. Yeah, so Brody Bruce and Randall, cousins in canon in the View Askew universe. So yeah. Yeah, they were cool, man. I like those. I had a Jay and Silent Bob, but this girl took them from me. So yeah, they were cool little figures, man. Yeah, I'm surprised the Kevin Smith movie didn't make my top 5, but yeah, in action figures, man, they were cool, man. I love Brody Bruce, man. I really hope that Mallrats show actually happens at some point. It looks like we're gonna get Clerks 3 before that, so we'll see. Cool. All right. Was it Lori? I watched the Night Stalker documentary too. He was creepy as fuck. Yeah, he was there was a lot of women that were fucking jocking his ass too. They were fucking in love with that fucker. Yeah, women love a serial killer for some reason. Was that Night Stalker? Is that the documentary or is it an actual show?
No, it's like the one on Netflix is like it's just like a documentary about the two detectives as they're going through the whole case.
It's not like a serialized show. Okay, all right. Okay, that's cool. All right.
I just posted that to the group right now for anybody who wants to look at that art that Joe was looking at. It's pretty sick ass art. Yeah,
it's pretty dope. Yeah, I definitely want to do a deep. I'm tempted by that Jason one. That Jason one looks fucking dope. All right.
I saw it and I just had to get it.
That's dope, man. Swoop. Yeah, it looks fucking pretty cool. I might have to consider that Jason one. Yeah. I'm a big Jason mark, so yeah, for sure. All right, cool. All right, well, this was a fucking fun fucking show, man. This was a fun one, man. Yeah, almost hit that 3-hour mark, man. Almost. Juancho, man, you want to give any shout outs? Any you appearing anywhere? Any Zoom meetings coming soon? Anything you want to plug or anything?
Yeah, I got a couple of Zoom shows, but you know what? If you really want to find out about them, follow me at It's Juan Medina either on Twitter or on Instagram, and I'll post about it. I think that's the best way. I would like for you.
What's your new underline now? You have a new alter.
What's my new underline? What do you mean?
What's your new alias?
Circumcised comedian.
It's
not new. It's just I'm unveiling it. I'm letting the world know, dude. I'm uncircumcised.
Wow.
Let's talk about it. I'm the uncircumcised comedian.
Yeah.
I want my first album to be called Uncut. You know what I mean? Like that's it, man. Let's just talk about it. I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one, but everyone's afraid to do it. You know, my comments for that guy that kept towel on it, you know, at the shower at the YMCA. You know who you are. Weirdo. Showering with swim trunks on. Come on, you know who you are, you weirdo.
He's a never nude.
Awesome. All right, and it's Juan Medina on Instagram and all that crap. Cool. Awesome.
That's right. Yeah.
Awesome. Joe, anything? Any last words? Final things you want to shout out or anything?
I don't have anything personally to shout out, but this awesome shirt I'm wearing is from Toy Snobs and Meth Syndicate. You can find them both on Instagram. Toy Snobs and Meth Syndicate, like METH Syndicate. Two of my favorite accounts on there. I'm sorry, they just release ridiculous fucking merch, and I love it.
That's awesome.
I have like 30 shirts from Meth Syndicate. They're all just stupid, just pop culture references, but just mashups of just stupid shit. Awesome. And I have another one on the way, and it's awesome. But check them out if you guys have a chance. They're pretty cool.
I love weird shirts, man. Just like my Ron Solo.
I saw that. That's pretty freaking cool.
I picked this up at Seattle like last year before the big lockdown. Let's see, Effort, what do you got for us, man?
I'd just like to thank everybody who still who watches and who still watches after all.
Yeah, if you made it this far, man, you really bored.
I'd like to thank everybody who contributes to the show, everybody who jumps on the show, and all the people who help us out with just the music, the logos, the video intros. All these guys are great. Love them all. Yeah. Gold Dirty Bastards, them too. Them too.
Them too. Awesome. Yeah. Shout out to everyone that's been helping out. We passed our 200 mark, so we got a room tour video hopefully coming soon. We got to shoot it and edit it and do all that crap. So you get to see a tour of all the cool weird shit I have in my room. So that's hopefully coming soon. And then we're on the road to 300 subs. So hopefully we'll get past that at some point. Hopefully within this year. So thanks again to Near Mint for giving us a shout out, and thanks to Hondo for setting that up. Definitely awesome. Definitely cool to wake up with a bunch of new subs and new fans. So hopefully we made some new fans, and they'll come back next week and check us out for some more shenanigans from us. So we got on Fridays we got WandaVisionaries, our little WandaVision after show. Me and Nip that we did the Mandalorian after show. We're doing the same thing for the WandaVision. Kind of divided WandaVision from the past week. First two episodes were kind of decisive. I'm hoping this was just the beginning. We're going to see some cool shit from this show. So I think this third episode is really going to pick up, and we're going to see some cool shit. So we definitely have some stuff to talk about on that. So check that out on Fridays. Gold Dirty Bastards has a show, inauguration show happening tomorrow night, I believe. I'm not sure what time, but we'll definitely
might have to get on that.
We might jump on that. You might see us appear for a little bit. I'm 9-1 in the pick'ems in the Gold Dirty Bastards little pool. So it's mine to lose at this point. It's mine to lose. So we got a couple more games left. But
will you get all your money? Is the question.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that. But hey, 9-1 is not bad. So yeah, fucking Seahawks fucked me up. So yeah, definitely go check them out. Subscribe to their channel, and if you like cool, funny sports talk and a bunch of guys shooting the shit about sports and what have you, definitely go check them out. And just check out our page, follow our Instagram, SF Comic Book Co. Effort sometimes posts on there. Check out the Facebook page. Our social media director, yes.
I've been posting on Twitter and everything.
Except for Instagram. Except for the one thing that probably gives us more fucking subs. But Rick does a great job. He really, he's a go-getter for sure. Thanks to everybody that watching. If you made it this far, appreciate it. And definitely, like I said, put in the comments your favorite comedy movies. I want to definitely hear open the discussion, hear your picks. We made it 3 hours. Woo, we did it. 3 hours, damn. All right, definitely one of the longest episodes for sure. All right, thanks everyone. Like and subscribe to the video if you haven't already. Like the video, helps with the analytics, and we'll see you guys next week for some more fun and shenanigans. Look out for some more cool shit. All right, guys, everybody have a good night, and see you guys next time.
Peace, peace, peace.
Hey, Joe, show us the cat.